over-sexualize everything. Five guys, fuck my wife. Fuck my wife.
Stole that shit.
Five guys.
Who?
Absolutely have sex with my wife. With my wife.
You wanna milk dudes on the internet?
Five guys.
Drop
Sex
down on the table.
My wife. Oiled up like slippery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sex with my wife. Tyrone. Kevin.
Meerkat Mom.
Kevin. My wife is squirting everywhere. Oiled up.
Being filled.
Ass. Five guys.
You know what? Every time I feel like I need to have that itch scratch,
sex
I get on my knees.
with my wife. With my wife. Five guys. Sex with my wife.
Meerkat Mom.
Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife.
Meerkat Mom.
Sex with my wife.
You wanna milk dudes?
Oiled up like slippery.
How's that gout?
Oh my god.
I have no sympathy.
Oh my god. Sex with my wife.
Meerkat Mom.
What the fuck is your problem?
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Clip this one, bitches. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Sound good?
Coming for you.
Fair enough?
Coming for you.
Alright.
You need Jesus. Please talk about boys. I'm looking. Please talk about punk ass bitches. I'm looking. We come from the bottom, and he cleans us off, and he raises us up.
Yo,
Raises us up.
Who?
A man can lay with a man,
Drops
but
down.
it's reached a point of, I believe, sexual attraction for Phil.
Meerkat Mom.
Enough with the being completely unfair to me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, lick the shit in my asshole. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. None of you will ever do anything with your lives. Get fucked.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Bloodshed and bullets.
You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you.
what the fuck is your
On
problem?
diarrhea day, dog.
How's that gout?
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Doodle flicker trickle.
You
Yo,
are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you.
Sound good?
Coming for you. Coming for you. Turn on the ovens. Coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. Now, why do I need to bring this up? All right? Because tomorrow's my day off. I got 2 big bills due this week. Everything all at once.
Who?
2 big bills. Chill. Give her a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills. The internet bill. I'm reliant on checks to pay all my bills. I got two big bills. I got two big bills. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and chill. I got two big bills. I don't want to be Mr. Bills. When I pop tags, I feel so pain. I can feel bills coming off my face. A timed release of two big bills. This is the United States of Phil. Chill. Give her a pill. I got two big bills. The electric bill. I got two big bills. The internet bill. Two big bills. Chill. Give her a pill. I got two big bills. The electric bill. I got two big bills. The internet bill.
Ball.
I got two big bills.
Stole that shit.
I got two big bills.
I'm lurking.
I got two big bills. I got two big bills. Two big bills.
You know what? Every time I feel like I need to have that itch scratch,
Over-sexualize everything.
I get on my knees.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the final. Oh, I hate this. This sounds like a DSP thing. The final consecutive streaming day of the week.
Consequences have actions, pimp. So, it's this simple. Stop being a bitch. Let's do it. Oh.
Pussy face goatee. You can't speak to me. Transplant hairline trim. You can't speak to me. My services cost 5 bands.
Band.
5 bands. Symmetrical jawline, crispy hairline. Chisel, crispy complexion. It's the gym daily. Body to kill for. Peanut butter skin. Focus on your sexy, bro. Your shit's looking real poverty, bro. You looking real pale and shit on stream, like pussy face goatee. You can't speak to me. Transplant hairline trim. You can't speak to me. My services cost 5 bands.
Band.
5 bands. 5 bands, bro. You fucked up because you took the first step towards a public view. Crispy hairline, crispy jawline. You're not crispy, dumbass. You're crisp. My streams are clean. They don't have a bunch of butter on the screen. Look at my face. It's fat. It's oils. It's grease. Pussy face goatee. You can't speak to me. Transplant hairline trim. You can't speak to me. My services cost 5 bands.
Band.
5 bands. And block me. 5 bands.
Band.
5 bands. 5 bands, bro. Right? That's it's all about me.
And a couple of my coworkers started calling me Sway. I said, why are you calling me that? Because when you stand, you can't stand still. You're always like kind of moving back and forth a little bit. You never just like stand still and relax. Like you're right. Every night, every day. Sway. Right. Correct. Sway. Back and forth. Fucking face. Sway. Back and forth. Fucking face. Bad pain in my back. Herniation of the disc. A stool for my shower. I'm just a boomer. I'm dazed. I'm confused. Huh? I don't want to be
Meerkat
Mr.
Mom.
Views.
Who?
Every night, every day. Bald. Right. Chill day. Bald. Back and forth. Back and forth. Bald. Back and forth. Back and forth.
Meerkat
Controls
Mom.
of the strap.
Who?
In my back. Sway. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Every night. Every day. Sway.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the chocolate starfish.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the end of this sway streak. No, shut up. The end of the Sway streak. That is it. It's the end of my streaming week. This week, I guess I've been doing it every day since Monday because I've got nothing better to do. And you're here listening to this because you got nothing better to do either. So we're all in the same boat. What do we got to do? So, what we're going to do today is go through the very exciting pre-stream from yesterday. I'm only half joking. It is kind of funny. We got a lot of coping and a lot of seething because Phil had a bad day that wasn't even all that bad, but it's bad for him. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. And then on the late stream, to be honest, I have no clue what happened or anything. So we might go through that. So that's it. And I'll be gone until probably next week. So that's how's that out? Anyways, I just got really sleepy because I got a pretty sizable lunch. So let's get excited. Let's get hype. Let's get in our bag and start from this part, I guess. I think, well, he's going to recap a bunch of shit here. We don't need to do that. And you don't need to hear this. You don't need to hear him list off, by the way, all these names in the chat. Copium, Dark Lady Goth. Again, we also got another shout out to Copium. I guess maybe there's both of them. It's been a Cope heavy stream.
A midweek podcast, and I actually have a good amount of stuff to cover today. I'm excited. You know, we've been doing a lot of morning shows recently because there hasn't been tons of stuff to do on a full podcast. But today I feel like...
Oh, this is a full podcast. Oh my God. When was the last time we got a full podcast? This must be a really hot stream with a lot of topics, I'm sure.
With this testing of the Steam controller today, which will be a fun live experiment, I think that we have more than enough to do.
I think, though, at some point we're going to have some derailment because he talks about something, I think, that I also want to pull a clip of. I don't know. We'll see. You know how that works.
Admit, it's pretty rainy. It's pretty wet.
Weather boy segment.
Which is, I guess, okay, because yesterday we had 80+ degree weather, which warmed everything up. But it's spring. And I guess you could say April showers, but it's May. I wanted the weather to solidify, and it hasn't here. It's been like all over the place. So it is what it is, but yeah, it's kind of a very rainy spring day here in Washington State. So, are you excited? I am.
No. Oh, hold on. I need to turn off my music because his music is worse.
Stuff first. We'll get that out of the way. Because honestly...
Yeah, let's talk about yesterday's stuff. Well, right off the bat, by the way. Right off the bat into a bitching segment. Yesterday, we didn't watch the daily wrap, but it was him bitching about stuff. And you're basically going to get the same thing now, so it doesn't matter.
To the directive 80-20 response I got yesterday.
You'll see.
It certainly wasn't what I was expecting, right? And to put it into perspective... The Dark Pictures anthology games or any of these narrative...
Oh, no, we got a perspective segment. You guys love perspective segments. Now we're going to talk about Until Dawn from 2012. That was one of his iconic playthroughs.
Now, listen, I understand that times have changed. It's 2026. It's not, 2015. So I get it. It's not going to be a universal truth that these kind of games would perform well. But I was downright shocked with how this game was responded to by the audience.
We also don't have much of a fashion segment today because, well, his shirt is appropriate and his outside shirt, the floral themed shirt is all right. I mean, I know the standard is not that high, but still.
Kinds of chat. One insanely rowdy, right, and full of energy and spunk. And the other way more kind of cool and collected, right? But both chats reacted, sadly, negatively to this game. And I never expected that because particularly it's the kind of game that I actually really enjoy. Like, no exaggeration, after yesterday's premiere stream, I would love to play the game again. I can't wait to play it again to see how the story goes. So we're going to talk about this today because it's just so weird. It seems like in the modern day, up is down, left is right. The good news is, overall, things are going great, but it is weird when you have something that previously has always done well with a certain crowd, and now it doesn't seem to be doing so anymore, all right?
I mean, he's basing this off of one stream, by the way. Literally one stream. Come on.
Guys, a update on what's going on with the
And it's not like he's ever been, well, I can't say he's never been known for that type of game, because, you know, Heavy Rain is his most classic playthrough ever. But still, it's not like he's the interactive movie game playthrough guy, and people show up in droves for those.
Act over on DSP Reacts because we're almost done with it. But I'm getting requests now after the success of this React because people have been saying,
oh, this is now successful?
Would I do more? I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, reacting is not something that I do regularly. We know this. I'll react to a trailer for a game or something here on the podcast. Long form reacting, like what I'm doing right now over there, is not regular content that I would put out. It's actually, you know, sparing that I do. I used to do a lot more of it, but I stopped doing it when people told me that it got boring or tired. The reason we're doing this one is because it's pertinent. It's something going on right now, and you know, it's interesting to see my reactions to this thing that I never knew.
Well, I mean, it was pertinent when it came out, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and now it's just kind of a thing that happened. Now there's been a bunch of new stuff to happen since then that is pertinent, but he's never going to talk about it. So it's kind of like, why bother? Why bother investing, what, 10 hours into watching him react to something that is not really relevant, and it's not even the whole story, and he's not even involved in it?
But the question is, would it be as interesting if I'm doing it more regularly? Or is this something that I should kind of pull out of the hat when it's pertinent and then say, all right, now put it back away for a while? You know what I mean? So we'll talk about that today, okay? And of course, I absolutely want to test out my Steam controller. It's finally here after all that wait, and it has some interesting features that I want to show you for navigation. Like to get around your PC, essentially what this is even
a mouse,
two thumbsticks you absolutely can use. You can use the touchpads.
Holy shit.
You had a keyboard and mouse, and it's kind of cool how you can kind of navigate around. Now, it's not necessarily, it might not be the best, but it's a cool thing. If you don't want to use keyboard and mouse but still use a PC, it might be a cool way to do so. So we're going to look at that today, okay? And yeah, it is a beast. I know. It's a beast of a controller. You see how big it is?
That is very useful on the Steam Deck if you want to type something out, because it got like an on-screen keyboard. But that one only works if Steam is running.
A super chat this morning from Owen.
Oh, we're not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that, and we're gonna talk about Pokemon in this one.
Okay, I got a $1.48 tip. What a weird amount. He said, trust me when I tell you, Directive will get way better. It's one of the best games from the anthology. You think people are too quick to write it off, and for what reasons? Potential game of the year, in my opinion, at least as a story game. I think, excuse me, I think that right now my audience is kind of unique, and here's why I say that. I feel like I have different audience groupings. So
different groupings?
Things,
no, you don't.
There's an audience that absolutely wants to see me play either difficult games or challenging multiplayer games. They want to see me try to overcome the odds, to beat people online, or to
so that's the trolls.
Ball crusher. You know what I mean? One of these.
Yeah, that's the trolls mostly, or like half trolls. Or I guess people that kind of understand that if you're going to be a fan of DSP, the most entertaining content he's going to make is seething and crying over Call of Duty kill cams being wrong. And stuff like that.
These really challenging games that, man, we want to see Phil fail and fail and fail and then persevere and overcome. I do feel
want to see him persevere.
On the flip side of that, I feel like I have another audience that just wants to relax with me, which is why playing a game like Pokemon, okay, has worked at length. And why, even though Pokemon actually didn't used to work so well in my rotation, it seems to work incredibly well now. You know what I mean? Like Pokemon ZA, and then it's DLC, and now Pokemon Fire Red, and we're still playing Pokemon, and no one is bored, and people are still showing up and supporting the streams. That obviously means something, you know? There's also a big desire to see me jump into new games. You know what I'm saying? Like to go into new games and check them out on Steam, and we haven't had a chance to do that. I do think that there's a crowd that want to see me play games that they really like, and I haven't had opportunity to be exposed to yet, you know, indie games and the like. If you think about everything I just mentioned, Directive 8020 is none of those things. Like literally none of them. Okay? if you think back to the time,
But that's like, you should probably have the biggest subset of people showing up to watch a game like that because it's a day one game. It just came out. Even many people who didn't know about it, like I didn't know that it was a thing, and people who didn't know that a game like this was coming out, they would be interested in at least seeing what it's about. But of course, none of this is as he tries to present it. He doesn't have multiple audiences. Like with any channel ever, it has people that sometimes like a certain type of video about a certain type of topic and they watch it, and other people who don't. Like, that's just it. That's just for every YouTuber. You can say every YouTuber has a different type of audience.
when these narratives,
Unless you're like me, when you're like a hyper niche specific thing and you just do that, then it's kind of like you can assume that people are there for that specific thing because that's what you do. Or like a fighting game streamer where all you do is you play fighting games, or like a Fortnite streamer where all you do is play Fortnite.
games used to be very popular among my audience.
Because obviously, if you're a variety streamer, you're gonna have variety audience.
Before I was an interactive streamer, okay, arguably my biggest kind of narrative-based horror game playthrough was Until Dawn. That was 2015. Before,
but that was even before you interacted with your cock, Phil. Come on, that was a lifetime ago. He's changed like 40 times since then.
Back when. So when I became interactive and it became about me constantly talking with you guys and hanging out and turning it into more of a chill session and a game session rather than, oh, it's, Phil's just hyper focused on that game and he's,
he's hyper focused. Is he autistic style?
That was a long time ago. So what's happening?
You can't even, like, I hate the language that he uses, man. He can't just say the normal word. Phil was focused on this game, right? This sounds normal because he is focused on the game. No, he has to be hyper focused on this game because you need to add severity and you need to make it more serious.
My audience in the last decade was
hyper focused.
We want to see this different kind of content from Phil. We don't want to see content where he gets super immersed in the game and won't pay attention to us.
Super immersed.
Chill with him. So
it jumps through the screen.
Now also, it's a horror game, right? And so when you play a horror game, a lot of people tune into a horror stream, I hate to say it, to see someone kind of overact playing a horror game. Like, there's a jump scare, so they freak out completely on stream, and then you have a laugh. The days of the old school screamer streamers, I used to call them. The Markipliers and the PewDiePies. I mean,
I think they were legit scared.
That thing was super prominent. But still,
but then a bunch of people started faking it
to those kind of streams just for that. And as you know, I don't really react like that to horror games. Do I react? Of course I do. If there's a jump scare, I'll be like, and then I laugh at it. Like, haha, they got me. But I'm not freaking out like a sissy. Because
sissy? He's not a sissy. Oh, come on.
Like that. And so that kind of takes away from some of it as well.
Punk ass sissified boy. Please, suck my ass.
There's a lot of reasons. We'll talk about it in a minute. All right,
he's not a sissy boy.
I want to figure out what to do with Directive 8020.
I mean, but like, are you not a sissy? Are you not a sissy if you complain about your chat harassing you and being like extremely toxic towards you? That's kind of a sissy thing. Oh my God, no, a person in my chat said a mean thing about me. I will cry and I will tell everybody else. I mean, come on, that's kind of sissy.
Let's see here. I got
sissy
a $2
boy
tip. This person says, if you want to do react content, a new segment called Detracting the Detractors.
Which is exactly what he did yesterday. Like, he was harassed by his chat, sending like down votes and whatever, what the Patrick thumbs down emote. That's a sissy thing. It's not based at all. Asmongold's never done this.
Respond to unhinged detractor videos and make fun of them. Well, first off, I want to say no. Thank you for the suggestion, and I also want to say, never say never. Let's put it that way.
Oh, so you might do it.
If there is one thing that I have learned over these years that I've been a creator, 18 years, and out of those 18 years, arguably 15 years, I've had these major detractors who are coming after me, okay? The best way to handle that level of obsession, harassment, misinformation, and defamation is very simple. You don't address it. Because
no way.
what those people want is your attention. if they get it, they feel like they've won. That was the whole
I mean, yeah, that's literally like what trolling is about, getting a reaction out of somebody. But getting like an entertaining reaction. And DSP gives it to you every time. Outside of that, I do agree that that is a good piece of advice. Because that the last thing you should do is just make your content about the people who don't like you, which obviously Phil hasn't done. Because then you kind of forget about the people that do like you and that they don't like you because you sit there and cry about trolls or somebody else saying something about you on Twitter.
Most people who are detractors on the internet, and I don't just mean
Detractors?
detractors, I mean anyone who detracts someone on the internet, probably well knows that most of the stuff that they say and do regarding someone is exaggerated. Not that it's not truthful, but usually it's a gross exaggeration.
I thought it was fake.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, remember when he read that email that some guy, well, it was like a sleeper agent detractor, I guess. It was a guy behind the scenes who was really entrenched in the detracting experience, who was like, you know, Phil, actually, I'm going to tell you news from the kitchen, and I know this. None of that criticism is legit. It's all for money, and it's all for views, which makes a lot of sense because DSP, yeah, you can make a ton of money from him by investing a lot of time and effort, yeah. And why would you not go and make fun of the quartering instead? Because DSP is more lucrative.
Probably did this one thing, but it also doesn't mean that they're a horrible person, they're a waste of life, this and this and this, right?
Well, that's kind of an opinion.
One little thing, and extrapolate upon it and blow it up. So here's the thing. If you take everything that's said and you watch it and you react to it and you respond to it, you basically become like Review Tech USA. Someone
actually good example.
Literally falls down that rabbit hole.
Well, I have to take away some credit because DSP is making this example, but it is a good example. The other day on the Shroom Dukem stream, I watched Review Tech USA, and I'm not kidding you. I made lunch, ate lunch, went to the supermarket, and came back, and Review Tech USA was still reacting to a video of a literal meth head talking shit about him. A literal fucking junkie. And he was sitting there seething about it, instead of making something that people would actually enjoy watching and would be entertained by.
Again, and 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 again.
Which obviously Phil has never made his content about the trolls. And never ever has Phil had the trolls in mind when he makes content. That's why when he does whatever, we need to have some weird disclaimers before he does the thing, because that's what the trolls are going to say, and he needs to preemptively debunk it.
Again. And it's an endless cycle. And all it does is fuel the fire so that those people will keep doing it. Okay? And so, the best way to handle it is to just say, well, I'm aware it exists, but I don't know the specifics. I don't care. And just move on with your day. Because it's like I've said, if you're successful, you don't need to focus on these things that are said about you because they don't matter. You know, in the last year,
that's true.
There has been a ridiculous amount of ire and negative things said about me on the internet. And how much have they affected me? Zero.
Not at all. Not at all. They affected him so little that he changed his old background because of Keemstar. He bought a bunch of extra stuff for his stream because of Low Tier God. He got this particular type of mic stand because of Review Tech USA, and he got this particular type of outfit because of Low Tier God. That's why it doesn't get to him at all. And he did a bunch of drama shit because of Kino Casino. But anyways,
they have had zero negative impact on me because I don't pay any attention to it. I don't care. Instead, I'm just chilling with my audience every day, having a good time.
Are you chilling right now?
Making positive content. And guess what? I'm doing good. My streams are doing well overall.
Except
every single stream.
Yeah, he needed to do that because he had a shit stream yesterday. So he had to say, well, but, you know, with some exceptions.
I'm doing well. Everything's good. The sky ain't falling. The bills are getting paid. I'm making good content that I love. We're branching out. We're doing new games. The set's upgraded. The equipment's upgraded. Look, I got my Steam controller right here.
Look, I bought a Steam controller. I'm successful.
We're good. So that's it. That's all I have to worry about. Now, I understand what you're saying. For me to react, to detract the detractors, correct? For me to do that, would that be funny? I think
No.
it might be for like a one-off thing. But
No.
the thing
What
is-
what would he watch though? What would he actually watch? Like some blatantly clickbait shit or some I don't know. I actually don't know what he would watch. It must be like he's probably going to watch like a Snort Burnell video, which is just a cut of his clips with like edits on them. And he would be like, "Oh, you see? What this I don't even know like what this was about. He's drinking Hulk Hogan's sperm? How does that even make sense?"
Once you do that, you've given them what they want. They now have their time in the
But
sun.
you're giving me what I want right now.
Haha. Now the endless cycle continues because now he's acknowledged us and he's watching our content. So now we can clip that and watch his reaction and react to his reaction.
We were going to do that anyways.
And it's just an endless content funnel. Does that make sense?
No.
To be honest, that's how
I mean, it makes sense, but still.
And the drama farming streamer. It's not just on YouTube, you know, other places as well, as you know. They want that endless cycle. They want you to bite. They want you to react. They want you to respond, because then that just gives them more free content that they don't really have to work hard for. It just gives them the free content, right? And it gives them the attention. By not acknowledging it and not paying attention to it and just...
Yeah, he would react to a Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs video and say that it's out of context. Because that's like the most on purpose out of context for comedic effect video that you could get. That's a good point. I think that might happen.
Yourself and moving on your merry way. It makes them basically talk to the void or their very isolated group of losers who watch them.
Who do you talk to? Like, who does Phil talk to? When he tells people that he's successful, who is he trying to convince? Like, the people who watch him, they know he's successful because he says it every day. And the trolls who watch him, they know he's not because he's a lolcow and he's a joke and nobody takes him seriously.
That's simple. You know, you can't help the fact that there is a human problem, that there are people who are so miserable in life that all they want to do is laugh about the misfortunes of others or try to bring others down, even if it's not true, these things that are being said. They don't care. They just want to feel like they're better or superior to other people, or at least revel in the downfall of someone who looked like they were doing well. That's
Phil. Go on DSP Reacts right now and click on any of the quartering videos and click on any point in the video. And there's an 80% chance that you're going to be talking about how much cooler you are than him. And how much better you are and how much you love your wife.
That's how miserable human existence has become. And there's nothing...
Oh, it's human existence as a whole, including his, I guess.
To change that, I can acknowledge it, I can point a finger at it, and I can highlight it, but it doesn't mean that it's ever going to improve. Instead, what I can do is focus on the things that I can control and I can change, which is me and myself and my content.
That sounds like therapy. This actually sounds like therapy.
Control what's right here on this stream. And that's the attitude that
But then why do you so impulsively take the bait on a regular basis and you crash out on people? Like, you can control that. You can control your reaction to some guy sending you $2 and saying that you're the lowest form of life. You can control that. You just decide not to.
So,
and then that's what gets you clipped. Like, I'm perfectly fine not streaming today if this pre-stream wasn't like this.
Why am I going to go watch other people's content, okay, of toxic stuff? Why would I ever do that?
Because the June the King thing?
I'm going to convince those people that they're wrong.
Because you want to get in the algorithm?
I'm going to entertain a positive audience by reacting to toxic negative content about myself, all right? 2 years ago, a 4-hour documentary came out about me by June the King. I literally forced myself to sit here.
He forced himself.
React to every moment of
forceful reaction
to all the things that I had done wrong over the years.
But wait, he didn't know that he had done those things wrong? The only reason he quote-unquote fessed up is because millions of people were going to see that. So him fessing up didn't matter because they were going to see it anyways. It's not like he changed anything. It's not like he said, whoa, this thing that they say in the documentary actually is true. Yeah, we know it's true. We knew it's been true for a long time since you did it. The fessing up part is just him trying to save face and do damage control, because that's what Kino Casino told him to do. And that's because they swept for him and they did damage control for him themselves as well.
And when I finished that react, that was my redemption, at least for myself, meaning...
Oh, but hold on. His redemption for himself, the guy who said that he didn't do all those things that they said in the documentary for probably even decades. He said he didn't do any of that shit. And then the documentary comes out and it's like, okay, I admit I did it. Now that everybody else is going to see it, I guess I did it. Okay, I'm redeemed now. You can't get redeemed for something you didn't think you did.
I pledged to myself that all those things that I had done wrong up to that point, that I wasn't going to replicate, that I wasn't going to continue to make those same mistakes, but instead I was going to turn my life around.
I'm going to make some all new mistakes.
Now look at me 2 years later. Right? I'm a transformed guy.
Holy shit, he's so transformed.
Healthier. I'm happier. I'm sitting in a place of affluence, a place of success.
Wait, he's affluent? He's affluent now? He's sitting in a place of affluence. I need the actual definition. I'm sick of this. Affluence. Let's find out what this means. This is the state of having a great deal of money, property, or valuable possessions, often characterized by a high standard of living or abundance of goods. You heard it here first? Well, probably not first. This is probably the 5th time you're watching this clip. But you heard it here. Phil is transformed and he is affluent.
I'm going to continue to make those same mistakes, but instead I was going to turn my life around and improve it. Now look at me 2 years later. Right? I'm a transformed guy. I'm healthier. I'm happier. I'm sitting in a place of affluence, a place of success. I actually have a great life. Everything has dramatically improved for me since I manned up and I reacted to that toxic stuff about me.
He manned up and reacted.
I don't care what anyone else says after that, because I'm already done with it and I'm already past it. Every little nitpick, every little gripe that the internet has with me doesn't matter. Doesn't affect me. I'm good. So I'm moving forward in a positive way, and I don't care what these idiots say. Now,
no, dude, he is so mentally touched. So mentally touched. And this is kind of, this happens to many people, like Tobuscus is one of them. He's been, well, for a long time losing his mind. Many, like, professional YouTubers, they get, I guess, if you want to call it cyber psychosis. And it's tough. It's tough. You need people in real life to keep you grounded so you don't lose your mind on the internet. Because at some point, no matter how big you are, no matter how much people like you, there's going to be a bunch of people who shit on you for whatever the fuck reasons. And this is what happens if you think about them too much. You end up with this. You end up like Ethan Klein. You end up like Darkside Phil. You end up like Review Tech USA. And it's not a good place to end up in.
Tipper, if I did a show where I maybe just reacted to some toxic stuff said about me, we could all have a good laugh at the memes. And, you know, but the problem is, that would be like, oh, look, Phil gave attention. Now that opens the floodgates for idiots to say toxic things that aren't true. And so that's why I don't give it any kind of attention, and I'm not going to, because I learned my lesson the hard way from all the years where I tried to say, you know, oh, this wasn't true, or this, sweep it under the rug. Just don't pay any attention to it at all. I don't give a shit.
But hold on, doesn't that negate your redemption when you just say that you lied about a bunch of stuff? You lied about lying about stuff. I think.
To be people making documentaries.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of getting tangled up in his own bullshit.
My back. I don't care. Go ahead and do it. As long as I'm successful and happy, you go on your merry way, I'll go on mine. I don't need to pay attention to your lunacy and your idiocy and your grifting. I'm good.
So the answer was no? At the end of the day? Huh?
Let's see.
Let's talk about that specific thing some more. This is a part of the not caring segment.
$2. I'm trying to understand what they're saying. I'm going to try to read this. They said, is what happened with the quartering pretty much when you met, whenever you bring up why you don't go after the tractor channels? It seems to cause more problems than it solves. You've grown up a lot. 2013 DSP would address the tractors a lot. Pretty much it ended up promoting this is how you don't play. Yes. So it's like they say. First of all, it's the Streisand effect, right? If you don't want something to be talked about or highlighted or focused on, don't talk about it, mention it, highlight, or focus on it. If you try to hide it and you're purposefully trying to stop people from talking about it, it gets highlighted, it gets emphasized and extrapolated. I think the story is that Barbara Streisand in 2003 had a property she owned, but she didn't want anyone to really...
Oh, we don't need the context behind the Streisand effect, Phil.
And so she basically sued the guy to try to take the pictures down, but then because of that, the pictures went everywhere viral and everyone knew she owned this property. I think that's the story, right? So why am I going to try to dispute everything someone says about me? Why am I even going to give it entertainment value or attention? There's no point.
Sure, I agree with that.
Move on my way and, don't create that Streisand effect. The other problem is it's also like the Hydra, right? You can cut off one head and now the Hydra, instead of having 3 heads, has 2, except it just sprouts 2 more in place of the head you cut off. So for every person who you address and you try to dispute and disprove and strike down, there's going to be 2 more that sprout out because they realize you're giving them attention. You see? So the best way to go about it is to ignore it.
Okay.
I can wholeheartedly...
Even though he wanted to take people down back in the day. And he took down Dark Dave, I think? I think the first Dark Dave got taken down, but I'm not sure.
Okay? Wholeheartedly. This is truthful. I don't watch any of these documentaries on me. I don't watch any specials. I don't watch anyone doing we're going to talk shit about DSP today. Not once. Okay? Seriously, I don't care.
Seriously? You serious?
How do I know about it? You come and tell me about it in the chat. That's the only way that I would ever know about any of that stuff. It's just...
Frankly, I'm leaning more towards that than thinking that he watches a bunch of stuff about him. I think it mainly because he's really insecure and is going to hurt his feelings. And it's going to hurt his feelings more than it's going to stroke his ego. Because, the narcissists, they love you talking about them anyways, even as long as you're talking about them. And... But for him, it's like you're talking about him and you're saying hurtful things about him, and you're also getting way more views than he is talking about him. And that's I think is gonna hurt him a lot more than it's gonna stroke his ego, like I said. And I am absolutely sure that anything that happens, somebody tattletales and snitches immediately and tells him. If anything, just to piss him off, just to be like, oh, did you see that fucking... the cowboy man had a interview with some other guy and he said something about you. Did you see that Duty had this thing happen and he got a bunch of views? Did you see that Memology clipped you? Did you see that Raw Phil has 10,000 views right now? Stuff like that.
My time. It's literally a waste of everyone's time.
They just recap stuff for him.
So there you go. I got another $1 tip. Can the next react be the Demon Souls dupe scandal so you can debunk the
dupe scandal?
I think you are deaf. Did you not hear everything I just said? There will always be someone invoking my name, making some kind
invoking my name. What are you, God?
Toxic piece of content about me. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Whether
it doesn't affect
me, I don't care.
By the way, this look is actually like this. What a serial killer would look at you like. Like this look. The actual demented look on his face. He's mad. He's mad.
Whether I duped playing Demon Souls 13 years ago or not does not affect 2026 DSP.
But you did dupe, right? Can you at least say that?
If I didn't, nobody should care.
Oh, so he did.
Anyone who does is retarded.
So he definitely did. If we're gonna go that far, he definitely did.
I don't care either.
It's affecting you right now. We can see that you're hurt. Come on.
Doesn't affect me.
I'm convinced. And now we're going to talk about literally getting low views and having a failed stream. That's a great transition, by the way. A fantastic segment.
Directive 80/20. And then I would like to figure out what to do to proceed in the future. And then I want to do the Steam controller testing. Okay? So...
I'm going to save you the recap of the Supermassive Games experience, and we're going to go right at where the stream was terrible, I guess. Perhaps. Oh my god, he recaps so much. This is like 5 daily wraps. Okay.
So far, 3 hours in, we're not even sure what's going on yet. There's ongoing mystery. One of the crew members acting very weird. We found a crew member dead.
Oh my god.
Think that it
Probably
was
bored to death.
them, but they never actively actually showed that on.
Hey, big ups Rodrigo for the $1, dude.
But
Here's this TTS.
Bro, this annoys me to no end. You don't get to decide you are redeemed. Your Honor and the jury, I decided I am redeemed of all charges.
That's a cringe ass segment. And also, he felt people around that time, even before he watched the June the King thing, asked him, Phil, this is your redemption arc. They called this his redemption arc. And he said, well, I have nothing to get redeemed for. And then now in 2026, he's like, I'm redeemed now. But whatever the fuck, man. You know he doesn't actually believe this. That's what makes it the best. That all this talking and all this yapping and all this coping and convincing himself, and he still doesn't fucking believe it. Because he doesn't believe he did anything bad in the first place. So he just hates that he got caught and he got exposed by June the King. That's why he used to send June the King tens of millions of messages in the DMs, trying to do damage control before the thing came out, hoping that something is gonna get embellished, something's gonna get less damage, and you know.
Definitely leaning toward that. So I like the game. I like this kind of interactive, narrative-based, movie-like game. It's like being in a sci-fi horror movie, which I enjoy. I like that. If this were a movie, I would literally watch the movie. I would, because I like this kind of movie.
I just can't believe he said he was affluent. Because that's gonna age very badly, man. Very badly.
I was having a great time with it. I was joking about
it. So many clips. This is why the only redeeming quality of DSP getting a bunch of money and feeling happy as fuck is that he says a ton of things in the most arrogant way possible that you know for a fact will age very badly a couple of years from now, or even maybe later this year. You just have to wait to find out.
Just like I've enjoyed these games up to now, okay? Attendance was actually quite good yesterday on YouTube side. We had almost 300 viewers, and on the Kick side, we had just under 100. So that's pretty good. We're 400 plus viewers for a game. You know, not bad at all. I was pleased with that attendance, okay? But now what?
Wait, he didn't have 300 on YouTube.
And the support, because this is really where I started to scratch my head. Okay. Someone tipped $2. I will address this after because I'm talking about this game right now. They're going back to the whole documentary thing. We'll talk about that after. Let's keep on this subject for now. Thanks for the $2. I'll call it out and answer you later. So attendance was good. Engagement. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this. I thought you talked about this on the Daily Wrap, man. How many times are we going to talk about this? Good thing I didn't watch that. That would have been so annoying.
Stream, almost no one was talking. For a hot new game like this, I'd have people tagging me in the chat. We'd be having conversation. We'd be joking about the game. We'd be having a good time. For some bizarre reason, the chat was like dead and not moving. And I'm like, I don't know if that means people are just really engaged in the story, or maybe they're using the stream as kind of a background stream because it's not really gameplay heavy. I don't know what's going on. But it was weird because, again, engagement is very, very critical to the success of a playthrough. I need people to be paying attention and caring about what I'm doing on stream, or else why am I streaming it, right? And I noticed that basically the engagement was very low on the YouTube side, okay? On the Kick side, the engagement was very high, but it was for bad reasons.
Oh, no.
Basically, on the Kick side, everyone decided, oh, we don't like narrative-based games anymore, so we're just going to keep doing the thumbs down Patrick from SpongeBob emote. Now, here's the thing. I get it. It's funny. It's a meme. Let's all meme together, right? You want
Sure. This is pretty much the most organic engagement he's got in a long time. It's just people doing the emote. And like it shouldn't bother you at all. They're just like fucking around. It's not like they were talking about his wife or making like a fat cat emote or something.
For a little bit.
Come on.
Fine. But I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I ignored it, and they did it for over an hour straight.
Whoa, so what?
Every single person in the Kick chat was doing it. It got to the point where there were actually a few people who legit wanted to talk about the game, and their chats were flooded off the screen and they couldn't contribute because these people were flooding the chat with spam.
But why would you want to talk about the game on the troll chat? Because the kick chat, the only reason it exists, and I've said this a million times, is so people can make fun of him in a acceptable way.
That's just not.
If you want to talk to the game, go talk with Jade and King Michael in the YouTube chat.
Allowed. Sorry, it's my place of business, not yours. It's my
place of business.
Work where I want people to be able to have intelligent discussion about what I'm actually.
I was gonna say, what if you went to a sandwich shop and started doing the floss? Even though that's kind of outdated. You started doing whatever relevant dance exists right now. The gritty.
Spam like that nonstop. Now, I was very lenient.
People don't even dance anymore. There's no relevant dances.
And basically didn't say anything about it, okay? Over an hour, I said, all right, now I have to do something about it. And I said, guys, please stop. If you continue to do it, I'm going to time you out. People kept doing it. So I ended up timing out something like 20 accounts, okay? I am happy to say that after I timed out 20 accounts, they basically stopped doing it, except for maybe 5. And the 5 people who kept doing it, I didn't recognize. It wasn't like these were regulars. They were just assholes. So I then banned them because they basically double whammy. You know, you got to learn your lesson. And after that, it stopped. But it was disheartening to see on the one side, the people who usually engage in a positive way and have a good time were literally quiet, dead quiet. On the other side, the people who are rowdy and will, you know, be excited were basically just sitting there.
And he's banning somebody right now.
Complaining. Oh, we don't like this game. Let's spam emotes. So, on both sides, basically, there wasn't satisfactory engagement. People just seemed to be upset overall about the game. And I'm like, wow, this is such a weird disconnect because I'm having a good time. Okay? But the chat is not. And that's weird. So where's the disconnect? Because people knew what kind of game this was. I've played many Supermassive games before. You've seen the formula for these games. You know it's survival horror with choices and a little bit of, you know, sneaking and other content. You know what I'm saying? So what can I say? Now, the other thing is, the whole idea behind a game like this is that you play the game, right? And as you're playing it, you make choices. And if you fail, you're like, okay, remember the choices you made because you can do a second run where you can fix them later. Well, if no one likes the first run, obviously I'm not going to do a second. What's the point? But that sucks because that's kind of the fun of this kind of game is being able to go back and see how different choices lead to different outcomes and who lives and who dies. But if everyone's tired and bored with this game, then I can't do that. So it kind of was this like double disappointment because the live audience wasn't liking it. And at the same time, this is going to take away from my overall enjoyment because I know I'm not going to get to try to do alternate choices later. Because
I want to watch. I know this can't happen, but I would love to see DSP reacting to this segment. And let's pretend that this segment is by somebody else that he doesn't know. And I want to see what he has to say about this segment. He's going to be like, well, you know, the people actually watch you because you play games and not because you talk about playing games.
No one cares about this game.
He essentially did that to the quartering in the previous react.
So
when he was watching him cry about views and the algorithm and the different things that didn't get views, and he was like, well, how does this help anyone? Why would your viewers watch this, Jeremy?
Yeah, pretty disheartening. And then on top of all of that...
And very disheartened. I think a sissy would be disheartened by this. Too bad Phil is a sissy.
Okay. We got to talk about support because it is an important part of the equation. Just on the DSP morning show, okay, I had accumulated something like 30 plus bucks of support. And we started the game, and I'm not kidding, from the morning show to the end of the stream, which was, you know, about 3+ hours of gameplay. The end of the stream, I was at $67 of support.
And again, we get the actual entitled face.
Stream, I was at $67 of support.
This face. When he gives you this face, you know that you let him down. He is disappointed by you. Which kind of sucks. If you are one of those people to give him money and support him, he's also looking at you because you didn't give enough.
So I streamed from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and I made $67. Now, at the very tail end of the stream, there was an auto resub that counted.
Oh yeah, he called it not active support. This awesome guy, he called it not active support.
It was actually Frank's Gym did a $30 tip but the notification didn't come through until I was already offline. So actually, I made over $100 on that premiere stream, but you couldn't really tell because it all kind of happened after when the stream was going offline. The auto resub didn't happen on stream, and
so it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad then. It wasn't bad. Why are you even crying?
Tip didn't get called out on stream. Okay, now even if all that had happened during the stream, still. That's not a big deal for a brand new game, you know?
No way! No, he took it the extra step. Well, even if all my excuses didn't exist, there's still no excuse.
I'm saying, especially when $30 of support came in during the morning.
No, he just made it a lot worse.
I'm not sure what happened there. Like I said, I have played these games before, and they have resonated with the audience, and people have liked them. And people have supported them, and people have engaged with them in a positive.
So that's kind of, he's admitting that he's acting like as if it didn't even happen. Like the 67 was all he got, because he was gonna cry just as much as he's crying right now if he was stuck at 67. It actually didn't make any difference.
So it makes me scratch my head, what the heck just went wrong? But to be honest, I don't actually think something went wrong. I just think that the times are changing. You know, back in the day when I played Telltale narrative.
Oh, so this actually is not a fluke, and it's not a one-off not getting good support. This is a much bigger thing that has to do with the whole shift in the industry and the fabric of reality as we know it. Of course, when was anything ever simple on a Dark Side Phil stream?
The streamer. So if I just focused on the game and was constantly commentating on what was going on in the game with irreverent commentary and jokes, people found it hilarious. Well, I don't do that constantly anymore.
Oh, because he couldn't make fun of the black woman for being a stereotype. That's why he didn't get as much money. I get it. Maybe if he would have made a bunch of rape jokes and made fun of the fact that she was black, they would have loved it. But I thought his audience now was a lot more mature and developed and older and cooler.
I just kind of play the game and react naturally to it, and I talk with the audience, right? So because of that, it doesn't have that appeal like it used to. All right? Even until Dawn 2015, I live streamed.
I love how much none of this makes sense. Like, actually, none of this ties together in any sort of coherent narrative.
But it was really just me.
And even if it did tie into some coherent narrative, it would probably be really not believable at all.
All right? As I've become more and more of an interactive streamer, those days of me focusing on the game entirely and being immersed in the plot and stuff like that have kind of gone away. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's a big factor of it, to be honest with you. Okay, I think a lot of people who come by today, they're, like I've already said, they're looking for a certain type of gameplay. Either the super challenging game where I get crushed a bunch, but then I overcome. Or interactive with the audience, constantly talking with you, chilling and learning from you guys about how to play the game. Like when I play Pokemon, I'm asking you, what Pokemon should I use here? What are the weaknesses? What's the best way to go about it? Who am I looking for? Is there a wild Pokemon to catch here? All that's crazy fun interaction for the live audience.
By the way, this guy got banned by Phil. Carl Yanger for saying, "Wake up, your audience are a bunch of weirdos who just want Pokemon and anime games. You're so dense."
And that just isn't going to be possible, really, in a game that's all narrative driven. And
false.
On the narrative,
they also want Street Fighter.
That is an aspect that's kind of lost when I'm playing a game like this. And so, looking at all this stuff and all things considered, right? The truth is, I bought the game. I like the game.
Well, I thought you were affluent. An affluent person can buy a game and then just not play it, not care.
You who like narrative-based games, you will join me for this game. But it just seems like if I'm going to continue with it, it's going to be the Dragon Quest VII all over again.
Bro, the game is like 6 hours long. Come on.
Smaller audience who also enjoys it.
Could have finished it by now if you weren't such a crybaby. I think Northern Lion finished it within one stream and he hated it because, I mean, those games are kind of hateable. But still, he sat down, played it for, I think, like 6 hours and just finished it, and that was it. Wow, if DSP could finish games like this, oh my god, he would be the greatest. He would actually be on the YouTube trending, if that even exists anymore. They would bring it back just to put DSP on it. And he would be on the front page of Kick every day.
You know, people always crapping on it and being toxic about it, and there's not much I can do about that. Okay, I'm being honest with you guys. I don't know how to make it better. I like it. I was having a good time with it. People who like narrative-based games were also like...
Come on, you don't know how to make it better?
Like that's just a
joke about someone's titties.
Ended a while ago. Okay? So, I'm going to continue with this game. It's going to be tomorrow's daytime stream. We're going to give it a second shot. I would hope that some positivity would come out of it, and it's not going to
Some positivity would come out of it.
Audience and another rowdy trolling audience. And I'm going to say this up front. If Directive 8020 is not your kind of game, and you know you
don't watch. He's gonna...
Don't come to the stream.
Yeah, don't watch my stream.
I'm not going to allow my chat to be completely overrun with people.
And guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? When Darkseid Phil the lolcow tells people how they control him efficiently and piss him off and ruin his stream. Guess what they're going to do? I don't know. Probably not do that at all.
Who just want to cause...
They're going to be really nice.
Because there's going to be people who want to be positive, and they can't be if you're acting like an ass.
They're all going to give shout-outs to Jade.
Right now, tomorrow when I play Directive 8020, if you start spamming...
In Uniqueness. Wait, was Uniqueness bullied away from giving him money? Didn't he used to carry streams, like, a week ago? I guess maybe he just ran out of money. I don't know.
Rules enforced upon you.
Or maybe he was, like, humiliated into not doing it.
Everybody else. Even if you don't necessarily have malicious intent, you're just trying to be chaotic, because I get it. There's people who like to be chaotic, right? And you're like, well...
I like being chaotic.
Everyone just spam, let's go, let's go. I let it go for over an hour yesterday. To be fair, I don't think anyone's going to say Phil wasn't fair there. I literally let it roll for over an hour before I even said anything. And it was only because there were a couple people there who were really acting a fool and would not allow people to be nice in the chat to talk about the game.
How are they acting a fool, dude? By spamming an emote?
Disappointing. Okay. So I'm just forewarning you all. Tomorrow, I'm playing this game. I don't know if I'll have a big or a small audience for it. I don't know if I'll have people to come by to support it or not. And I don't know if people will be engaged. But I'm giving it a second try. Okay? I need people to not act a fool. I will even say this tomorrow.
What you gonna do? Act a fool.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I need people to actually...
Don't show up to stream tomorrow.
Because it is my place of business. Do you understand?
My place of business.
I don't mind you. Like right now, there's people doing the thumbs down emo. I don't care.
It's so cringe when he does that.
But you have to let positive people also talk. Okay? Does that make sense?
No.
Can we do it as a balance? And then we can agree.
It's so lame.
Again, I keep the Kick chat open for a good reason.
It's my place of business. And then the guy on his place of business is going to tell you to eat shit off his ass and jump off a cliff. On his place of business, he's going to tell you that.
Silly. And to razz.
Hey, you know what? You're a retard. This is my place of business. What a great businessman.
Me and make fun of me and meme about me.
It's like you walk into the office in the morning and your manager is like, "Hey, what's up? You're a fucking retard."
That's what it's about. That's cool. Keep it open.
Okay.
Well, at least let people talk.
You've been acting a fool lately.
Now, there is one other point that I should address. Some people have said, well, why aren't you playing this game at night? Okay. Well, there's two reasons. Number one, because if I play it at night, only 2-hour increments, we'll never get through it. Like, we'll never finish this. It'll be 2-3 weeks before we finish the first run.
Yeah, nobody's going to remember anything that happened.
Should be done quick.
That's one of those games that you need to do it not like fucking DSP does it 2 weeks in a row. You need to do it within 2 days. Because there's atmosphere, there's characters, and there's stuff happening. So you need to actually remember what's going on.
Taking months to finish, they don't work that way. Does that make sense? Like, we need to finish this game within a week or two tops.
Or a week, 2 weeks. 2 weeks to play an 8-hour interactive movie where you press X and somebody dies. Wow.
Even people who like it aren't going to care anymore. That's the style of game it is. It needs to be played at a more rapid pace. That's why I played 3 hours yesterday. I'm going to play 3 hours tomorrow. That's why I'm probably going to be playing it early next week, another 3 hours. I want to get through it as fast as possible. If I do it as night streams, it'll be drawn out way too fucking long. That's number one. Number two, It's not like it used to be where my lighting sucked. Like, literally at any moment, as you can see, my lighting looks exactly the same. When I play a game, it looks like this. Can you tell if it's daytime or nighttime right now in my...
So why would it matter, though?
Excuse me for 1 second. Come on, Frog! Let's go, Frog! It's time for a Frog Flex here on the Level 1 podcast, baby.
Dude.
That's what I'm talking about. I worked out last night. My arm...
He worked out last night, so his arm is buff.
Pumped.
No.
Love it. Games, you can't tell if it's day or night. You have no clue what time of day it is, right? And the truth is, I have an international audience. Those of you who are watching me right now may be in my time zone. Many of you are way ahead of me, right? So, in this regard, guess what? Doesn't matter when I stream the game. It's never going to look like night anyway because my setup always looks the same. Your point of, oh, play it at night was it's darker, it's creepier, the lights are off. Yeah, my old studio setup where it didn't look good.
Dude, why are you even entertaining such fucking dented complaints like this? Because does he actually think less people are going to watch him because he's not playing it at night and therefore it's not as scary for him? Nothing is ever scary for him. For him, it's scary when he opens up PayPal and he got a chargeback. That's horror. That's horror for DSP, not fucking video game. Also, it's a very good face. This is when he gets a chargeback. He gets scared.
And it would affect everything. Yeah, that was a good point. Some days it would look bright as shit in here when I'm trying to play a horror game, but it's not like that anymore. All right, so
you can turn down the brightness of your camera in OBS.
Play it as longer streams, because if I don't play longer streams, sadly, I'll never finish the game, and I want to finish it sooner rather than later. So there you go.
And he's still playing Mouse PI. He's still playing the Mickey Mouse game. I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe it, man. Legit. He drags them out so hard. And even if they get support, I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, you could be playing something more relevant and more recent. And you could have been done with this like 2 weeks ago.
Tomorrow...
And it's not like I'm gonna watch his gameplay streams and be super engaged and entertained. But I figure that that's how a normal person whose streams are engaging and entertaining would do it.
We will continue with Directive 8020. It will be the daytime stream. So please, if you like narrative-based games, show up for it, engage and support it. I mean it. I need people to please show up and support this game. I want to play it. I want to keep going. But yesterday was pretty bad. I can't have it be another Dragon Quest VII situation where I like the game and no one wants to show up for it. I know there's an...
You know what happened now? He told people in advance to get ready with their Kick Sock accounts, because there's legit people with dozens of Sock accounts on Kick. And he told them, get ready. Get ready, because tomorrow I'm going to play this game, and you want to be in that chat going hype.
Audience for it. I just don't know what happened yesterday. Okay. So Princess Luna did a $10 super chat and said, I'm sorry to hear this, King. I was not able to make it to the stream yesterday. It's all good. Not everyone has to be at every stream. And you are a longtime viewer, supporter. I appreciate that. And I know that you probably would have supported yesterday if you were here. I was more disappointed with the people that were here. Because like I said, the attendance was high. But it was the engagement that was incredibly low and the support that was low. And that's what kind of, threw me for a loop.
That's low-key cringe as hell what he just said. I know if you were here yesterday, you were gonna give me money. That's such a wild thing to say. Actual, wild thing to say. I've never heard anybody, including DSP, say that.
Okay. So Princess Luna did a $10 super chat and said, I'm sorry to hear this, King. I was not able to make it to the stream yesterday.
And people gotta apologize for not being able to watch his stream.
It's all
because he guilt trips them and makes them feel like shit. And I mean, the only people who can be guilt tripped by this is the actual parasocial dance. So obviously, if you were just a regular person, you would be like, yeah, I don't care, bro. I don't care to watch you play that.
Not everyone has to be at every stream. And you are a longtime viewer, supporter. I appreciate that. And I know that you probably would have supported yesterday if you were here.
Wow.
I was more disappointed with the people that were here. Because like I said, the attendance was high. But it was the engagement that was incredibly low and the support that was low. And that's what kind of, threw me for a loop. Mad TV, how you doing? He sent 4 kicks my way. Thanks for the kicks, Mad. And then we Snaw did a $2 super chat and says, "You tell him, Phil." Will you?
Yeah, okay, no.
El Ganzandere, if you keep saying that in the YouTube chat, I'm going to ban you.
What did he say? He said, DSP Gaming, King, please unban this guy. He helped you beat the Elite Four.
That guy was being insanely toxic and insulting in the chat, which is why he's now gone and he ain't coming.
Insanely toxic? Oh, you kind of make me want to look that up. It sounds like I want to find out.
Just cut it out. Stepdad!
Oh, Insanely Toxic, I found him. It's from earlier that day. And he said, here it is. He said, DSP Gaming, a real man would not need to proclaim it every day to reinforce his own delusion. That's insanely toxic? Insanely toxic, by the way. Says Phil, who is not a sissy at all. That's what a sissy would say. It's a punk-ass sissified boy.
What a punk-ass bitch. Effeminate man ain't strong enough.
Thank you for one.
Pretty effeminate and not strong.
Our first kicks of the day.
By the way, less than 50 subscribers to 8,000 on this channel. So, if you like that you're watching this right now, let's get some subs.
For New Year's, okay? And that was when I thought, okay, so we got a $2 tip here, and this person was talking about something different, which is why I wanted to wait to talk about it. He says, so you
oh no, we're back on June the King. I hate this.
Drew a line in the sand between past DSP and DSP now after the June documentary? Yes. I said, I'm going to make an active effort to basically change my life, turn it around, stop doing the things that I was doing wrong. I'm going to try to improve for the better. I'm going to listen to constructive feedback. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to improve myself and my setup and everything because I want to move forward positively. I had enough of being stuck because I felt like many years there I was just stuck. And there are many reasons why that was. But I felt like then I finally had a unique...
Why June the King, though? Why June the King? People constantly make many documentaries about him. Turkey Tom made one even before June the King that he was mad about, which contained more or less the same information in it. Well, I mean, I'm kind of asking myself a rhetorical question because I know the answer. It's because, number one, the June the King one has pretty much all the evidence needed to make him look absolutely guilty as fuck on all the things that he did. And number two, because that video was going to make probably the most views out of any other documentary. So that was the one that could deal as much damage as you can humanly imagine to DSP, and that's why he was so scared of it.
Opportunity to leave all that shit behind me and just move forward, which I have done for about 2 years now, and things couldn't have been better, to be honest with you. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that was it. Okay, cool. That's fine.
See here. I got a $2.
I'm glad it's over.
I like the style you had of commentating over what's happening. That's where your unique niche is as an entertainer, and you shined at it. You might be a bit too passive to make comments nowadays and hold your tongue too much. I mean, it's not just that. I mean, that's just life. Things change. You understand, right? Like back in the day, I was always trying to fill every moment that was going on in a game with some kind of irreverent commentary. And that ended up leading us to things such as the sexualized content that I would say, the generalized racial commentary that I would use. And the thing is...
generalized racial commentary. Like what? Were you talking about crime statistics? Were you talking about the ethnicity of people who own major institutions and organizations? Like, what was that generalized racial commentary?
Today,
you saying that Asian people are bad drivers? What were we talking about? Generalized racial commentary and generalized sexual content.
All kinds of commentary was allowed. No one was offended.
I mean, you still call people retards and fucking losers and bitches and sluts and what? Everything. Well, not everything, but you get my point. It's not like he can't do it.
All of these platforms no longer allow that style of completely irreverent commentary, okay? Along with that, I've grown up a lot. I started being a YouTuber, I believe I was like 26 or 27 years old. I'm 44 now. You understand? Like, I'm almost 20 years into this game. And a lot changes in 20 years. Okay? I'm not the same guy I used to be. My mind isn't even wired like that anymore. I don't think that way. I don't talk that way. I don't act that way. So although you might like DSP from 15 plus years ago, that was 15 years ago. And everything changes in that amount of time, to be quite honest with you. If I were the same guy today that I were 15 years ago, I would have failed.
Oh no, that's not true at all. He would have been so much more hype. If he was cutting promos on people the same way he did back then, he would be hype as hell. Actually hype as hell. He would be hanging out with Neon and that other guy, Aiden Ross. He would be hanging out with Aiden Ross every day. And he would be fucking OnlyFans girls, even though he got gout. Probably can't get his dick hard. But no, he wouldn't have gout because he would be too base to have gout. He would have gone to Turkey and did like a penis transplant something, and he would not ever have that issue. So yeah, everything would have been so much more cooler for him.
That again.
Yeah, he would have been working out with clavicular.
Strongly as I can. If I were
buff maxing
today in 2026 that I were back in like 2012, 2013.
No, that's a cope.
I would have failed. All right? I wouldn't have an audience. That I would have become ultimately an completely...
And ironically, his audience would be more or less the same. It would be the same, but edgier.
What's the word I'm looking for? Someone who's just not... Oh, I would have become a completely irrelevant, outdated, basically embarrassing creator.
But you are now. That's exactly what you are now. You're not relevant because you're constantly struggling and trying to get in the algorithm that you'll never get in. And the first video that gets 5,000 views, you're already literally celebrating and saying that you're back and you've come back and made a big return. What else? Embarrassing is, well, I mean, we got plenty of examples. And outdated is the guy who just finished talking about how that type of playthrough used to work 12 years ago, but now it doesn't, and the times have changed. And is constantly trying to find out what the next thing to do is that's going to get him in the algorithm. He just exactly 1000% described what he is.
What's the word I'm looking for? Someone who's just not... Oh, I would have become a completely irrelevant, outdated, basically embarrassing creator. Because to see a 44-year-old guy sit around talking like he's 20, swearing, talking about boobs and dicks, and Asians, making fun of black,
making fun of Asians. But Phil, you called a girl half your age a slut because she was working out on stream, and you're flexing on stream and wearing crop tops on stream that show your fucking man tits and your chest hair, and you showing your underwear and doing push-ups for Triple P and walking the runway for Triple P, showing the insides of your fridge for Triple P, trauma dumping in DMs like a 16-year-old girl for Triple P. Isn't that a lot worse? And it didn't even help you at all.
Black people, making fun of Italians, making fun of all this shit.
Oh no, he would be making fun of Italians for their gesticulation and body language and eating pizza. Oh, look at me, I'm Italian. Oh, give me the pizza. I'm walking here. Forget about it.
Behavior of a younger person for a younger audience. My audience has aged with me.
I want you to keep that in mind and replay this sound clip of him saying that as you look around his stream. You look at the layout over here. The Sonic layout. Literal like children's toy layout. When you buy like an action figure of Sonic from like a Chinese marketplace and it gets shipped to you, this is what the packaging looks like. Exactly like this. And for some reason they also got Mario on there because it's Chinese shit they made in a sweatshop. And you got the background, the children's entertainers stuff here in the back. Ooh, Mega Man figurine. Ooh, game over sign and lava lamp. Ooh, we got a little screen, the ADHD screen, to play a bunch of stuff so you don't get distracted. The dude that's dressed up like a fucking Nickelodeon uncle. Come on, bruh.
And
This is for old people, for developed people, mature people, adults. This?
newcomers who jump on are usually older viewers. My demographics outright tell me that most of my viewers are either in their mid to late 20s, 30s, or 40s.
Yeah, you dumb motherfucker, because people lie about their age to watch age-restricted content on YouTube. Because every second video that you say fuck in gets restricted. And you need to lie about your age to watch it. Dumb ass. Fuck. Bitch. Stupid. Gout.
Stole that shit.
I said gout.
Teenagers are like 0.01% of my audience. They're not watching me. They're watching the big prominent streamers out there. They don't care about DSP. So I'm not going to make content for them because they're going to be like, why is Grandpa Phil talking like he thinks he's 20? They'd be right.
Okay. Why?
I have to evolve with the time.
Why is Grandpa Phil saying that his based takes cook? Why is Grandpa Phil saying that he is snaking people?
I had to change with the times and understand that that's not who I want to be. Okay? Now, if I were acting like that, I likely could find some success. I wouldn't be able to do it on YouTube, and I wouldn't be able to do it on Twitch. I'd probably have to be a Kick exclusive or a Rumble exclusive streamer because they allow you to be more over the top with your commentary. YouTube and Twitch does not. Okay? However, where is my audience? Primarily, YouTube. It always has been. It probably always will be unless YouTube goes out of business, which I don't foresee happening. That's where my audience is going to be. So I got to adapt. And that's exactly what I've done. All right, I have. I've changed for the better. And I have no desire to go back. Like I said, I've grown as a person. I don't think that way anymore. It was exhausting trying to fill every moment of dead air with this kind of commentary that was just so immature and stupid in my opinion. I get that people liked it. I do. But that's a
that's why we can only talk about turds and farts nowadays. Well, I mean, I guess that is the grandpa humor. That is the geezer humor. We're like, oh, poops, fart, man. And he kind of did a bunch of that in the Directive 220 game in the first episode when he was like, oh, well, she looks like she's pooping. Oh.
Audience,
it's like,
I don't really
sure, man.
care about anymore. That's not who I'm trying to make content for. All right, just being honest. So there you go. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back to that. It's never gonna work. It wouldn't. If all of a sudden I just started acting like old DSP again, it would last 2 days. The first day, everyone would be like, whoa, Phil's acting like his old self. And then the second day, people would be like, oh, he's acting like his old self. That's pathetic. Let's all make fun of him. And that would be the end. I'd be completely irrelevant and be out of business in 2 days. I'm not even kidding. By day 3, I would have no one watching me.
Sure. I mean, I think on one hand, he is overestimating how edgy he was back then. Because he wasn't all that edgy. It's just his jokes suck. That's the thing. His sense of humor has been always trash. So when what he thinks was like a racial joke that was really funny but edgy was just saying that a black guy likes eating watermelon. Or another super basic stereotype. That it's not funny, it just gets people irritated. Because you didn't even put in effort into it. You just said something really low-level racist. And that's most of his Asian humor is literally exactly that. Whoa, Asian man, eat rice. Funny. Asian man writes in different lettering than Western culture. Funny. Asian man speaks with Asian accent. Funny. I mean, come on. And it was so... I think that was his biggest flaw, is that it was so unfunny that it pissed people off.
Super Chat says, it blows my mind people on the internet think someone can't make positive changes to their life. Well, again, Princess Luna, I'm in a unique situation here.
Oh, yeah. Princess Luna's been smoking those DSP farts.
Not that people don't think that people can make positive.
They're just denying it.
It's that they don't want to believe that I have.
Yeah, again, we're in denial.
By thinking and saying I'm miserable.
Bro, you've been acting miserable as fuck this whole time. From the moment this stream started, he said, I want to complain about the shitty stream I had yesterday. And then he complained about that. And then he complained about the trolls. He complained about everything. Is that a fucking happy guy? And then he gave some genuinely good advice that you shouldn't be entertaining shit like that because people are going to hate on you for whatever the fuck reason. And he kept entertaining it. Therefore, immediately not following his own advice. So, am I supposed to believe that he's not miserable?
They benefit when they say that Phil is hard up and in a bad way, because then they can make toxic content about it and their community laughs and thrives at it. But it's not the truth. They can sit there and lie to themselves as much as they want and cope about it and seethe about it that I'm doing well and I'm successful and I've changed for the better, but they can't accept it, because if they accept it, then it means that everything they're saying is wrong and their content is worthless, which it is.
Hold on. First of all, they've been saying the same shit up until the June the King documentary, and then that thing happened, and you admit it. You know what? Actually, all they've been saying is true. Therefore, now is just another cycle of that. We're saying a bunch of stuff because I'm explaining to you in real time why I think what I think. And then eventually he's going to get to a point where he's going to be like, oh yeah, well, the trolls were right about this. And then we're going to be like, okay, well, we were right about this. Let's spin the cycle again.
But that community can't.
Because remember, before June the King, everybody was an idiot. Everybody was lying. Everybody was holding on to a nugget of truth. And then that thing happened and everybody was right. We were all right.
Face reality. In 2 years, I completely turned everything around and everything is good now. Like, no.
If everything is good now, why is this the same segment as the regular segments we got from 2 years ago? It's exactly the same shit. Oh, the trolls talk shit about me. The trolls clip me and make fun of me. The trolls are lying about me. Eventually, we admit that the trolls really weren't lying because that was the truth. Well, I need support. I got low support on this stream. Wah, wah, wah. This is 2 years ago. And this is also today's stream. So what has changed? He bought a bunch of shirts and he bought some lights? I guess so.
I feel so good. You know, I work out and I go to sleep tired. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, ooh, I got pump. I feel good. I'm healthy.
Holy shit, he's so healthy.
This is amazing. I jump out of bed.
Most depressing midlife crisis.
Jump on stream. I'm excited for the day. I'm like, let's go. Let's enjoy. Let's chill. Let's do good content together today. And we play games and we chill and we have fun. We get in a minute we're gonna check out the Steam controller. Right? We're gonna experiment with it.
No, you just shit on people for having fun in your chat and you weren't having fun. Like you just got off that segment. Come on.
This is fun stuff. This is good.
This happened within a time span of 20 minutes. All these segments I just talked about, time span of within 20 minutes.
And it's not harmful. It's meaningful stuff.
It's meaningful. Who is that meaningful to you?
Because I ditched all the toxic shit of the past. I shed it off. And I've moved forward as a positive, different person. Changed. But they can't accept it. They totally can't. Here we go. See, you always notice that once we start talking about reality, they always show up in chat to spam it and say toxic stuff because that's their coping and seething mechanism.
Oh no, they are coping now. Them saying that you're coping is them is them coping. Well, this guy says here, DSP Gaming changed for the better. Every stream I tune into is the same, and you were pissed yesterday because you didn't make enough money and it was our fault. That's not how it works.
Hey, no, he's talking about his good life again. Shit, we can't have that because now my fractured reality starts to crack, right? And oh no, now I have to look in the mirror and look at my ugly self again and who I've become, hating a guy on the internet. They can't take that shit.
Is that what they say? But hold on, Phil, isn't that what you say that they do? They just make up shit about you in a fanfic that they can't accept? Why do you make up the same fanfic about literal thousands of people?
Anyway, so thank you for the $2. I appreciate that.
Okay, let's skip to the next thing.
Most of his viewers are in the 60s. 60 IQ, Airhorn 8 Airhorn functionally regarded.
Man, this TTS voice is within the 60s, 60 IQ. What the fuck is this TTS voice? And I tried to change it to something more normal, and it's still like this fucking dude. What the fuck? I should change it again. Big up Sclerotic. I do not disagree. Well, I mean, what they do is essentially get brainwashed, and then they repeat the same things to him that makes him happy. And it's just a cycle. It's just a game of telephone.
Baller alert.
4 streams this week for early morning crew. Big ups.
Hey, hell yeah, yeah. I think I found my time slot. So now we have around the clock coverage eternally. But this is going to be the last one for this week. So catch up on all the other shit. And skip all the quartering react segments. They're genuinely terrible.
Function. And I can tell you initially when I was playing Directive 8020.
So this is a Steam controller segment.
Yesterday, that it controlled nice and smoothly. Okay, reaction time was great. Initially, just using the controller as a standard controller, it does feel comfortable in the hands. Albeit, it's a little chunky. It is, let's be honest here. It's a chunky boy. Most controllers these days don't have this sucker here. So
yeah, I did get up at 6 a.m. today.
Ergonomic. All right.
But that's my biological clock. Once I get used to it, there's no breaking out of it.
Out there. Like, this controller actually is heavier than both this controller that I'm currently using for the Switch 2. And also, it's heavier than the Razer Wolverine controller for PC, okay? But, I mean, it's got, you know, this rumble in it. It's got the gyroscope in it. It's got touchpads. It's got a lot of technology in it.
Oh, I hate gyro on controllers. Instantly turn it off.
The grip. It is a textured grip, which you couldn't tell when they were advertising it. It looked like it was that smooth matte finish. It's not. It actually has a micro texture. Now, it's probably impossible to show this to you on camera. All right? When you look at
Look at this. Hold on. Maybe if I zoom in. Yeah, do you see it? Do you see that? It kind of looks like his forehead is just as reflective. You see it? You see the texture?
It actually isn't smooth, okay? But there's no way to really show this on camera. This is all textured. There's a very small dot, but it does have a grip feel to it. And actually,
it's grippy.
It is contoured. As you can see, there's like this contour right here and right here. So as you hold it, it feels natural in your hand. So I do like how it's feeling so far. Now, I haven't really played it in a game yet besides Directive 8020. We'll know tonight when I play Mouse PI for Hire. And then later this week, I'm actually going to try it with retro fighting games. Then I'm really going to be able to tell you how it's controlling in games. But for the feel, just the way it feels in your hand, it does feel comfortable, okay? The buttons. This may be one of the things that is a negative. The buttons on the face are very close together, and that's the closest configuration I've seen in any modern controller. I've only seen buttons that close together with like mini versions of controllers that they sell, and this isn't supposed to be a mini controller, yet the buttons are crushed in there. It could prove to have some issues when you're playing certain games and you need to do fast reactions. You may kind of, you know, thumb it and hit multiple buttons by accident because the buttons are so small and close together. Particularly, I have fat thumbs, so I can look at this. My thumb completely covers all 4 buttons.
Oh,
that could be a problem.
That's gonna be a big problem with the fighting games. Oh no, because I think he has to play like a Street Fighter or something with it. He's definitely gonna end up playing it. So that's gonna be a complaint. Already preloaded complaint.
You can see it is that smooth style D-pad, and I've played those before, and sometimes they're good and sometimes not so good. So again, when I try playing fighting games later this week, I'll be able to tell you how the D-pad really functions, if it's good enough for stuff like that or not. I will tell you my one major criticism so far, the triggers are the same smooth style as the
smooth style.
And I don't like that. Like the other controllers that I'm using, okay, they all have a texture to the trigger. See this? It actually has a little bit of a texture to it. It's not shiny, but it's kind of like textured on there. Same thing here with the Razer Wolverine. All of the triggers these days have this texture to them.
Hey Use, Wheels here. I go see Ant-Man B-Ball Ton K.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Have fun. It's going to be a good game. Sadly, I can't watch basketball because it's like at 3 a.m. and I need to stay up literally until the morning to watch it. Otherwise, I would.
When you're using them. For some reason, they didn't opt for that with the Steam controller.
Big ups, Jordan Fadeaway.
Really shiny and
Have fun at the game, dude.
So your finger tends to slide around the trigger. I do wish that they put some kind of a texture on there to kind of hold it in place, because the rest of the controller is textured. So why, if you textured everything else on your controller, didn't you texture the triggers where your fingers are going to be resting all the time? I don't know. I actually do feel like this is kind of an oversight. Okay? So, yeah, I'm not sure why they did that. Okay? Just being honest. What I like to do...
I think that's how it is on the Steam Deck as well. I never actually noticed it. I just thought about that for the first time now.
You can do that. So what I'd like to do is test both, say, navigating our YouTube channel, but also navigating Steam. So let's do that right now, and let's jump over. This is my...
Oh, are we going to have a Steam walkthrough, actually?
Or anything for my recent React content that I'd like you to check out, or anything like that. So... there's two ways to maneuver around the page. You can either use the left thumbstick, which, as you can see, basically nudges the page up and down. Okay. Fair enough.
Whoa.
In this case,
good morning, all.
Hey, good morning, dude. Big ups, Ice.
Right thumbstick becomes the cursor.
I didn't know it was the morning over there yet. This time right now usually is like the worst time for Americans. That's why you all watch the VODs. But it's cool to watch the VODs because you can skip through the shit that you don't like. Hint, hint, the quartering segment. You don't like that.
So it's like having kind of mouse and keyboard. You're using arrows up and down to nudge the page up and down. And then you're using this to kind of thoroughly move around. You click things.
For me, it's like 2:30 p.m.
So I can actually go over here and select the bar and drag it down using the right thumbstick and the right trigger. Okay? Left trigger is basically right click on the mouse. And so you can select all of your menu options there that you would want to do by right-clicking by using left trigger, okay? And you can close that by pressing B. The B button is like a back button or a cancel out button, okay? So that's the standard functionality. You navigate pages, right? You can click around here and do things and use right trigger to select. If you need to type any text in anywhere, you press the X button and it opens up a keyboard. You can then use your thumbs to control the touch pads and to type. As you can see,
yeah, the keyboard is very useful.
And right thumb is a right selector, and to type, you just click. So I just typed the letter K, okay? But I also accidentally played this video, so I'm going to go ahead and pause.
That's if you're laying on the couch or something, you can just use a controller.
So as much as you can just nudge up and down with the left thumbstick, okay? See, what's happened now is we selected the video. So now it's actually messing with the video. I'm going to click out of the video. So hopefully, there we go. I clicked out of the video. Now we can move up and down the page again. See that? I think that better than that is to use the touchpads. So if you use your left, thumb and you just go up and down on the touchpad, as you'll see, look, we can scroll down the page simply by just kind of brushing down. Now, what a lot of people didn't know is that there is unique force feedback in the Steam controller. As I'm pressing
force feedback,
the controller is actually vibrating. And it's a very unique feeling. It doesn't feel like any force feedback that I've ever felt before on a controller. It's just like a very small vibration, okay?
Oh, it means haptic feedback or whatever. Yeah, you got the point.
Motor in there, because it doesn't feel like a standard motor that they put into controllers these days. It may be some new proprietary technology they have in this thing, because it's a very light vibration when I'm doing this, okay? So there you go. You can move up and down pretty seamlessly. The only thing I would say is if you want to move up and down fast and go between them, sometimes it kind of gets stuck and won't go the other direction right away. I've noticed that. But sometimes it works fine. So it might only be certain situations that happens. But for the most part, you can go up and down easily, no problem. All right? Now, oh, see, it just happened there. I just pushed up and it went down.
Oh my God, Jasper just did that.
Once in a while, I'm not sure why. Okay? Right thumb or touchpad is the cursor. So much like using the right thumbstick to move it all around, you could just move your thumb over that right touchpad and it moves that cursor all around. Okay? It is pretty accurate, but I will say this, it's a little weird because much like when you touch the left pad and you get that vibration, you get vibration every single time that you're moving. So it's like
holy shit. You should shove it up your ass, Phil.
That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling as I move my thumb around.
Oh my God.
It's a massage on your thumb. It's kind of weird. And I'm actually wondering, will that bother certain people? And will they want to disable it? Because if it's just constantly massaging your thumb, some people will be like, ooh, you know, or maybe some people, their thumbs will become numb, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, but it is unique and a little weird, I'll be honest, okay? So how would you navigate? So what do we do? Okay, I'm on DSP Reacts, right? Okay, I want to watch this video. So you just go, you use your right thumb, you move over to the play arrow, you push it in like a button, and now you're playing the video. You push it in again, and you've paused the video. So it does kind of depress a little bit like a button, if that makes sense. These touchpads are incredibly unique. I've never felt touchpads like these before in my life. It doesn't feel like the screen on my phone.
LOL. Okay, well, it's just like I guess I would say a DualShock 4 touchpad, but it rumbles when you touching it. That's kind of what it's like. It is very good. It feels very nice. But it's not that revolutionary. Come on, Phil. It is pretty much the Steam Deck touchpad, which are very nice. I like them a lot.
Feel like the touchpad on the PlayStation 5 controller. It just feels like something unique that they've created for this controller, which is kind of neat. Okay? So,
I mean, it is a $100 controller after all.
Moving around the page, I'm going to scroll down and let's say, oh, okay. Let's see what Phil's been up to in his, here's a suggestion. So I'm going to move over to the arrow. I'm going to click in with my thumb, and that's going to move the list to the right. It's suggesting different videos from Phil's.
By the way,
in with my thumb.
This, first of all, the thumbnail for this is grotesque. This, like the what was that? The Jollibee in Final Fantasy XIV collab thing. Also, the video is absolutely repulsive and disgusting. Whoever watches this shit on demand for entertainment, I'm sorry, you're like a lesser form of life.
Here's a suggestion. So I'm going to move over to the arrow. I'm going to click in with my thumb.
It's insane watching this.
Move the list to the right. It's suggesting different videos from Phil's channel for me. See that? Navigates pretty well. Okay. Scrolling up and down. Now, what about if you want to leave this page and do something else? Just get the cursor wherever you want. Oh, I want to go check out DSP Gaming on this other tab. There it is. What if you want to leave? Well, you got to scroll down to your bar, your taskbar, obviously. And anything else you have open, you could do. So I have Steam open, so I could just go ahead and push in. Now, now here is something important. When you use the push to select feature, it doesn't necessarily work the same as clicking. It's as if you're clicking and holding almost. So in this case, because I want to swap over from my Chrome browser tab to Steam, you actually have to use the right trigger. Pushing this won't work in that situation. You have to use the right trigger. Okay? Now, we're in Steam. Well, let's go ahead and navigate, right? We go up and down again with the left touchpad.
First of all, if you're in Steam and you use a controller, instantly go big picture mode. I don't know why you would not be using that, but Phil isn't, and that's a bad way of showing you anything.
Easily maneuvers around the menus there. You use your right touchpad to move the cursor around. We can go right to my library, use the trigger. Here's my games library. What am I going to play later today? I'm going to play Mouse PI for Hire right here. There we go. And we're ready to play. Just like that. Okay?
That's crazy. This is like a demo that the company would show you. It's like somebody paid him to show this. Because like I think for most people, this is not anything revolutionary. You have a controller that has a touchpad that works like a mouse. There you go. That's what you have.
It's pretty darn cool that it doubles as kind of a mouse and keyboard for you. Now, let's say, for example, you wanted to actually check out a new game. So let's go to the store. And I don't know. Hey, guys, someone recommend a game. Right now.
I don't know. Just Grand Theft Auto, man. Just press something. And now he's going to be like, oh, you can open the controller, the keyboard by pressing X. And then you can do this.
Okay. So to bring up the text menu so you can actually search for a term, you press X.
Oh, he's so fancy.
Okay, the text menu is open. Now you're going to use your thumbs and the touchpads to type. So N, And I'm going to go to that and I'm going to push it in. So there's N, then I, then O, then H. And then to lock in your selection, enter is R2. There you go.
Baller alert.
2 says he has rubbed his incident on it.
On the controller? On the touchpad? Well, I mean, maybe it feels good. I don't know. It does the rumble on it, so
there's Neo
he
3.
probably does. He probably should show us how it works.
To get this menu the hell out of here, you just press B. And the menu's gone. So
I disagree, though. I'm not going to bet on it.
B to close.
I'm not a
your
betting man.
That's how you type with the Steam controller. Okay?
I've watched too many Boss Man Jack streams. I know better.
Go right here. I would click on it. It would say, oh, are you old enough? Well, I was born in 1962, so yes, I'm old enough. And here's Neo 3. Of course, it's going to play the trailer. And all the suckers who played the game earlier in the year and said that it was a great game. All those suckers. And here it is. I'm actually surprised. This game came out in, what, February? It's May, and it's still full price. Anyway, so there you go.
I mean, like, it has mostly positive and very positive reviews, so I don't know why he's talking about it like that. But of course, everybody is a shill except Phil. Everybody. There's a worldwide conspiracy to oppress Phil and everybody else to benefit but Phil, and he somehow perseveres.
That's how you move around the menus, and that's how you use Steam controller to navigate Steam. It's that simple. It's pretty nice. I like the touchpads, and admittedly, I was a little skeptical. I didn't know if I was going to like them or not. I do like them. I mean, quite frankly. All right, see what happened there? I was trying to go up, and it kept going down, up, down, up. So there is a little bit of flakiness with going up and down with the touchpads, where sometimes it'll get. See, I was pressing up, and it went.
See?
Down.
Oh my God, I saw he was pressing up.
Again, I just pressed up, and it went down. It's doing it again.
Oh no!
So you can get confused. And get confused of what direction you're actually trying to move. And it does happen, okay? And I'm curious, will that happen in a game? Like, for example, tonight I'm going to play Mouse PI for Hire. If I'm trying to move around, is it going to get confused and have me walk forward instead of back? If so, that's not good. So I'll be able to give you more of a testing of in-game performance when we do that tonight.
I can't believe that he made showing off a controller annoying and boring.
Later this week, whoops. I'm also going to try later this week to use both the touchpads, the thumbsticks, and the D-pad when I play retro. And I'm going to let you know how that feels, because that could be interesting. Like, you're playing Street Fighter, you want to do a motion, but the pad vibrates when you touch it. Is that distracting? I'll let you know. I'm going to give it a shot, okay? So there you go. So what's funny about it is, when I set this up yesterday, it said, oh, use big picture mode to use it. Why?
Because it's controller friendly.
Why would I want to use big picture mode? You don't have to.
You're a moron, Phil. You're an actual moron, dude. Like, this sounds like an actual shill review, though. It sounds so, like, weird. But big picture mode is made for controllers, where you navigate everything. You don't have to move the touchpad like this and like that and drag this. It just works like a controller interface.
Use big picture mode. It works fine on your PC without it.
Because I've done this same thing on the Steam Deck in big picture mode and in the normal mode. And big picture mode is 1,000,000 times better.
To use big picture mode. Because big picture mode limits what you can do. And, it's like big screen for a TV. I'm on a monitor. I don't want to use big picture mode.
No, that's not what big pic... Oh, my God. It's not... Okay. I got it. I got it. He meant that big picture is because your TV is a big picture, isn't it? Dunce.
Go back to my browser, right? I want to go back to YouTube, so you just go over here to your browser and you click. You're back in your browser.
You did everything correct.
This is where I would actually be by default. I would be set up over here somewhere for my show, and scroll to the top. Now, admittedly, I like using the touchpads, but some people might just find the thumbsticks better. Like, oh, it's doing it again. It's stuck and wouldn't go up there for a minute. See that? How sometimes it can get stuck? Because I'm just trying to go from down to up, and it does get stuck sometimes. Yesterday, I was playing Directive 8020, and I could use either the thumbstick to aim the camera and walk around, or I could actually use the touchpad. They both worked fine. I want to make this abundantly clear. They both worked fine, but it did feel weird using the touchpad. And when I was explaining that to the audience, someone brought up a good point. They said, Phil, a lot of people already use touchpad controls to play games on their phones. Like, this is a common thing. People who play these games, Wuthering Waves or whatever the hell it is, all these games where it's like you need to look a direction and control your character, they're already doing that. So a lot of people are already used to having trackpad style controls for modern games. I'm not yet. Maybe it's something that I would need to get adapted to or adjusted to. Okay. Now, one other thing that I want to try, I don't know if this is going to work. I want to see, can we actually play a game here on the Xbox app using the Steam controller?
Oh, I think you kind of can't do that. I'm not sure, though.
Pick any old game over here. Okay.
I don't know if you can.
Playing from Game Pass. And I want to see.
This is actually the one useful thing that might come out this stream. We might find out if you can do that or not. And then be very confused if we should trust Darkside Phil on it.
Like, I'm still using the touchpad because, you know, it's PC. It's allowing me to navigate. So it's showing you how you played via PC or Xbox Cloud Gaming. So I'm curious. I don't know. Let's boot up Hollow Knight, right? Let's boot up Hollow Knight and let's see what happens. Will the game actually work properly with the Steam controller? Let's find out right now. The cursor moves around using the right touchpad and the right thumbstick.
I don't know. Let's find out. We're about to find out. I think it might work. And yeah, it does, I guess.
Left thumbstick works. Okay. Touchpad up and down doesn't do anything here. Start game. Obviously, we'll go to my game save here. Okay, so here we are. Let's try everything. All right. Thumbstick works. Oh, the buttons don't work. If you press,
so I guess it doesn't.
Keyboard.
But I think if you add this as a non-Steam game, and also you configure the controller preset in the actual Steam interface, and you turn on Steam input, it's gonna work. I'm almost 100% sure it's gonna work. Or at least if you give me like 15 minutes with it, I can make it work.
Nothing. Why does nothing? Okay. Triggers do nothing. So the thumbsticks work, and that's it. The trackpads actually do nothing. Could we program the controller to actually work? Like, let's say we go to controller. Ha ha ha! No active controller.
Oh, X input, there it is. There it is. Or is it not available?
Controller input me.
I don't know. Are we gonna actually wait for somebody to tell you? X input, turn that on. Turn that on, restart.
Okay.
But that seems to be game specific.
So, we just enabled alternate inputs in the game. Will that let it work? Let's find out. It'd be nice if it would stop running and syncing. For some reason, the cloud apparently is slow today. Look at that.
Oh no, everything has to be slow with him. It's Darkside Phil.
Hey, remember when Xbox wanted to do everything through the cloud? Okay. Synced.
But they kind of still do.
Can you stop running the game so I can reboot it?
Oh, he's so annoying.
All right, let's see what happens. Okay.
Okay, we're about to find out. This is the big reveal.
Nope.
And no.
Still move. I can talk to the guy, but all I can do is walk. None of my buttons seem to work.
No active controller.
So it actually doesn't work with Game Pass games.
Oh, and that means for all Game Pass
Try
games.
using big picture mode. Okay.
Big fucking dummy mode. But how are you gonna launch it through big picture mode, smart ass? How are you gonna do it? Show me.
Okay. This is big picture mode,
Okay.
which is great.
Now run the game.
Well, how do I play a Game Pass game through big picture mode exactly?
Oh, come on, smart ass. Figure it out. Figure it out, smarty. Come on, valedictorian Brunel.
Title EXE to the Steam library, open in big picture mode, and assign community-made controller bindings with highest likes. Huh?
Yeah, dunce, actual dunce intelligence.
So
he does the jade motion.
No, you can't play Game
You get
Pass
the jade voice.
with this without.
Yes, you can. You actually can. The guy told you how, but it doesn't work. Since it's more than one step, it doesn't work instantly. Okay, well, I guess you can.
Maybe there already are tweaks that people have found. Ways
Tweaks.
that you can work around this. But out of the box, initial test, no, you can't get those games to work with this guy. It only works with Steam.
Sure.
Right?
Okay. I get all my takes from DSP.
Nicely, which I like. I like that. Being able to navigate around the PC without the use of a mouse and keyboard. I do like that. But does it just play those games easily without some kind of, modding or messing around, right? Broden says, yes, there is an ability to have any installed game on your PC launch through Steam. So there you go. You got to do a workaround.
A workaround. No, that's like the way to do it.
There you have it. You can't
work
just do
around.
it, initially without messing around. You have to find a workaround to get that to work. Okay. Now, by the way, how the hell do I get out of big picture mode?
You need to get a workaround to get around it to work.
Guess what? These don't even work in big picture mode. Look, the trackpads don't do anything.
What do you want them to do? This is big picture mode.
This is bizarre. You can't use your thumb to move around. You have to click it like a button. What the heck? You have to click it like a button. That is so weird.
No, that's a bunch of bullshit. He did something wrong.
This one doesn't work at all. This you have to click like a button.
He 1,000,000% did something wrong.
I don't like that. I would much rather just use regular Steam. So how do I get out of here? How do I quit power? Exit big picture mode. Yeah.
Oh, he's so dumb, man. He's so dumb.
It's much easier to just navigate.
Like, he's so dumb that he doesn't deserve high-grade electronics. He deserves, like, a shitty laptop with 8 gigs of RAM and a Xbox controller for $10. And then that's it. You don't deserve to have actual good stuff because you're too dumb to use them and take advantage of their capabilities.
What the hell? Did you see me try to boot Hollow Knight?
Boot. I don't know. You pressed launch like 10 times earlier.
With Game Pass. It booted the game again. I didn't tell it to. Quit.
By the way, he wasted so much time. It's almost 1 p.m. his time. Almost 1 p.m.
Booting Hollow Knight.
So much time wasted on this pre-stream. Like coping, bitching, crying about trolls and how he actually isn't crying about trolls. Talking about how awesome he is and how redeemed he is. Legit, we could have been playing the space game, the directive game, and finished it by now, probably.
I'll go down here, I'll right-click, and I'll say close window.
Or at least the stupid-ass morning show should be for the games that he wants to get out of there. And be like, okay, today on the morning show, we're just gonna finish that game, and we're gonna give it a quick run-through, or whatever the fuck.
So now it closed the Xbox app, so hopefully it'll stop trying to open Hollow Knight.
Instead of having another pointless podcast, it's not even a podcast. And not that this is a podcast. Good luck listening to this in the background and enjoying yourself.
Boot games from here. It would be nice if I could add Game Pass games to the Steam library. But my question is, if you're not booting it through Game Pass, how do you have access to it? The whole
you're a Dunsville.
Game Pass is you boot it through the Xbox app. So that is a pretty big shortcoming. Unless they find an actual way to natively get those games to work with this, it's Steam only. It's PC, Steam, but not Xbox. So there you go.
Except it's not.
Right, so there you go. That's my initial.
But no, it has to be native.
Walkthrough and impressions of the Steam controller. Do I like it? I do. I think it feels pretty good in the hands. I find it easy to use. I like the features so far. Okay, I do think that long term, this thing might be a pretty darn good controller, but I want to mess with it more before I give you my full opinions. I want to play Mouse PI for Hire tonight. I want to play some Street Fighter with it on Friday, and once I finally have a chance to test it with different genres of games, then I'll give you my full opinion. Right now, it would be such an early opinion of it, you know what I'm saying, that I don't think it would be fair. Draven,
So, are there any comments on this pre-stream? No. No one said anything.
Controller's plastic.
I mean, it only got like 200 views, 280 views for 12 hours. And the daily wrap is probably the same bullshit here. So that got nothing as well. And the Mouse PI videos, they're even worse. Like they got like 70 views for 5 hours. And this is, his episode 1 of the directive game only got 1,000 views, so that's not good. And the second episode fell off by like 60%. Awesome.
Fine. If anything, my thumbs feel a little weird from the vibration of the touchpads. It really does. Like this feeling of moving the touchpad and getting this it's like a massage on your thumb. It's weird. I think it takes some getting used to, and I'm sure you could probably disable it if you really.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, judging by his impressions so far, Sclerotic might be right, and he might be rubbing his junk on this later on. Like, yeah, you might want to try it. Like, oh, I wonder how that's gonna feel like on my wiener.
Probably disable that micro.
He's gonna go laugh to himself.
It's not bad or anything. It's just it takes adjusting to get used to, right? Thank you, Draven, for the super chat.
Okay, anyways, do we have... Oh, we are back to the previous topic.
Earlier, before we started testing the Steam controller, and said, it's hard to believe that you're that person in the documentary because today you're so different. I know. Again, when I started, I was a very different person. When I was in my 20s, I had a completely different mindset about life. A lot of things that were very different. And to be honest, it's just kind of like, decades of improvement. Things...
Decades of improvement.
Dude, things is just so much. My life is so.
So what? To stop making jokes about black people and stop what? What else did he stop? He didn't stop anything. And buy a new computer. It took decades of improvement. Wow.
So I'm just not that kind of angry person that I used to be anymore. I'm a very different guy.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's nice to know. He's been super positive so far. He might actually be telling the truth, you guys. I don't know. I haven't seen him be mad at all recently.
Okay. Unique thing. Forza Horizon 6 is coming out. Or is it 7? Whatever the new Forza Horizon is, I don't even remember. I think it's 7, right? And so I'm going to try that with my wheel. Okay, my actual Logitech wheel and pedals. We're going to test it, and we're going to see how it plays. I'm excited for that.
Oh, this guy always testing everything.
It's gonna be something.
He's such a test subject.
Is it better to play with controller? I don't know. I've only ever played a real drive.
Constantly testing
with controller. Before.
What a real scientist.
So that'll be an interesting experiment to try that game.
Bill Nye, the science guy,
and see how that works in the schedule and everything. I don't know if people will want that long term or just messing around a little bit. I'm not sure. So we'll see. If it works out and people like it, we'll keep playing it. And if not, we might be looking for another game because there are new games coming out, but they're more near the end of the month. So we may have some opportunity to try new games on Steam and do things for a week or two before the end of the month hits. So we'll see what happens next week. Draven says he's excited for the next quartering stream because it's getting good. Well, the next one's the finale. The next one gets to the modern stuff that's been happening the last 6 to 8 months, which again, I've only been casually aware of. Being told that, now the Kino Casino is heavily involved with him and all that. So I'm sure we're going to get to that stuff in the documentary, and get up to the current stuff. So yeah, and then it's just, we talk about what we want to do moving forward. Because this is the other topic to talk about is the reacting stuff. So just so you guys know.
Oh, we're going to talk about that now?
The quartering so far.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Documentary, I should say, by June the King. And they've all done well. They've all had pretty good attendance, pretty good engagement, and pretty good support. No complaints. I'm pleased with how they've gone.
This can only mean one thing: more reacting.
to finish it up tomorrow night. Now, after that, I don't know what we want to do. Do we want to give reacting a rest for a while and just do gaming for a
yeah, you're gonna get too tired from not adding anything to a 6-hour video.
Is there other stuff that you guys would be interested to see me react to? Like, one thing that over the years people have asked me to do is react to the original June the King documentary about
Hello to your God. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. He always wanted to react to that. He always wanted to do it. He's got such a boner for LTG. He's gonna love doing that. I'm actually fucking shocked why he hasn't done it so far. I'm shocked. But he is going to do it. So now that he offered to do it, that means that he made up his mind. He will do it. So stay tuned for that. Oh my lord. It's gonna be terrible. Like, actually genuinely terrible. It's might be his worst one. Because it's gonna be him trying to pretend like he doesn't hate him and not A-log him, but he's gonna be like scientifically A-logging him. Being like, I don't know, you guys, would you say that he's a good person? And then he's gonna make it about himself and how he's cooler.
Because originally, if you remember years ago, I wanted to react to a documentary about LTG, and I talked to LTG in a DM, and I said, is there anything out there that you feel is representative that I could cover that would actually give your history? And he said,
no.
No.
But now, and now the fucking fake nice guy is out the window, and he's gonna say, well, I don't give a fuck what you think, Dale. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Out there was false, and he would prefer if I didn't react to anything. So I didn't. But that was many years ago. And things have changed since then.
And now you don't have to pretend you like him anymore. You can't milk him for anything, so fuck that.
Said, why don't you just react to that? Because that was the one that he freaked out about. That it was on the internet, and he attacked June the King and stuff like that. So it's a possibility. But to be honest with you, the way I see it, I don't want to be doing this content all the time. I want to do it as something special to break up my normal content so it feels different and special. I think this particular one that we've been doing actually has worked well because of the timeliness of it, and it broke up my gameplay. It didn't really hinder any playthroughs or anything that I was doing right now, so it was the right time for it. So,
is he gonna wait? Oh my god, I think he's gonna wait around Evo, because every year around Evo he wants to A-log LTG, and that's like really important for him. I think that's what's gonna happen.
And we do some more stuff in the future. Maybe we don't, but what do you got? I mean, I'll leave it to you guys. All right, I will. I'll leave it to you guys to determine. We're doing the one tomorrow night to finish up, and then after that, we'll talk about it and we'll go from there. The thing is, I don't want to be doing it all the time. I used to do a react show once a week. It worked for about 6 months, and then it started to die out. And I kept doing it for 2 years, and it didn't work. People didn't like it, and it was a very slow. Same people who wanted to submit clips. So it was the same kind of show every week, and people got bored with it.
Oh yeah, he didn't. Oh my god, maybe we should reminisce on those at some point, because some of those were really great, and he would get very passive aggressive with people, because they would send him essentially the same video every week. It's like, hey, here's this Singapore video about how great Singapore is, and this propaganda video. Here, watch this, and then he would just sit there and nod his head, and it would be boring as fuck. People would complain about how boring it was. Then he would complain about it not being his fault, because of course that's not his show. His show is only as good as the clips that he reacts to, and he would cry about that. It would be actually very good, very funny.
I'd much rather do things people want, so we will talk about that after we finish this current project and go from there. Okay.
And now we got Q&A.
We have now covered what you guys want to talk about. Notably, Siri just asked me, I just bought Hell Is Us. It's discounted on Steam. Why'd you never play it after the demo? Because the demo didn't impress me. Just the demo, having played it for like 2 hours, the game got incredibly boring, repetitive, samey. I mean, again, it felt like you wanted to combine the difficulty factor of, say, Dark Souls or a FromSoft game with a few gameplay elements that were a little different. But that's pretty bad that within the 2 hours of the demo, I was already kind of bored, and so was the audience. People just didn't like it. They were like, this is repetitive.
Well, there's kind of a twist to that. And I remember, yes, I did remember specifically when that happened, because I remember I had a very fun stream, because I got drunk, and it was very fun. He played a bunch of different demos in one day, and The Hell Is Us game is a third-person adventure fighting game that doesn't hold your hand. That's the cool thing. That's the gimmick. It doesn't tell you where to go or what to do. And that is a very anti-DSP game. So that's kind of why I didn't play it a lot.
Like, you're right. So I never got the game. And to be honest, I don't think I missed out on anything because no one has really talked about the game. I mean, it's been out since, what, September? No one really talks about Hell Is Us. They act like it never existed. Thank you, Looter Shooter. Says, I love your setup and your tunes. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate.
Come on, dude. I actually don't fucking get it. I actually don't get it. Sometimes I legitimately feel like I'm being gaslit by some of those people sending him money and saying, giving him very specific compliments about shit that is actually terrible. Like, the music he plays on stream is actually terrible. It's too invasive, it's too loud, and it's too diverse. So sometimes it would be EDM, sometimes it would be actual, like, metal, hardcore metal song. Sometimes it would be like a rap instrumental. Another time it would be elevator music. It's terrible. And I cannot fathom a real human being sending him money and telling him this is good. I just can't understand it. It blows my fucking mind.
Mark Lady Goss says, can we see your shirt? Which one? The shirt.
No, the muscle shirt. You know they want to. You know you're gonna show that anyways. Come on, let's not. Okay.
And the blue.
Show them your fucking muscle shirt, Phil.
Undershirt. Which is basically just says like black.
Oh, it's not a muscle shirt.
It's a green bear.
No way. This shocks me. Yeah, we're not listening to this music. Ladies and gentlemen, big wailing.
Are you ready for this?
Baller alert.
I just received a $200 tip.
Oh my god. By who? Anonymous. Anonymous.
$200 tip. I want.
Why did it get no sold?
Here it is. Ready?
Why are you not excited? Why are we getting like a cringe reaction?
And this person says, more React streams. So,
oh, there you go. There you go. This one, if you thought the low tier god thing was not happening, this one in particular is going to make it happen. This is the one.
I have one big fan of my React streams here on stream today. There you go. Anonymous $200 tip.
I don't know, man. That's a very specific reaction. Some people might even say that it's faked or pre-planned. And somebody told him in advance, hey, Phil, show up to stream today, buddy. Just show up to stream. I don't know.
Thank you.
And he's not even, like, excited or anything. Damn, that's $200. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Thanks. Or something.
My response to that is simple. I'm not opposed to doing more reacting. I just want it to be what people will be there for. I knew with the quartering stuff, it was timely. It made sense. I think what we'll probably do is we'll cool down from reacting for a bit and we'll bring it back for variety when things are slowing down. Like I knew around this time with I knew this documentary was going to come out. I knew people were interested in my opinions on everything going on. And I had a feeling that it would work. It has. All three streams have done well. Okay? You know, not overwhelmingly well. It's not like people are coming out in massive droves. I'm not getting giant spikes of attendance and support. But it's in line.
Massive droves. They're not coming in massive droves.
So, I think, like I said, what we'll do, let's finish this.
Adding a hat on a hat.
All right? And then after that, we'll try to figure out what's next. But I don't think we have to rush to do it either. But we should find the right time to bring it in. Maybe when things are getting a little slower. To be honest, I would like to do some more gaming now. Like, I want to get back and check out some more indie games on Steam and your suggestions and things like that. And then maybe get back to the reacting, you know, when we have opportunity. Probably in June. Because taking a look at the games lineup, okay, for the next few weeks to month. We take a look at
Yo,
June.
We're gonna do game schedule segment. This is what your $200 went to, a game schedule segment. And he's acting like it didn't happen at all. Like this is the same stream as if you didn't send him the 200.
May, June, okay? So Forza Horizon
It's
6
so funny, man. He just no-sold it completely.
Okay.
But no, the difference is that he's going to say on the daily wrap that it was a great stream. He's going to say, whoa, we had such an amazing day stream. And attendance and engagement and support and everybody fucking loved it. Thanks for watching, everyone. He would be super excited, probably. And I guess the late stream, I forgot that exists.
Way in 9 days. It's a Gautma's miracle, dog.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm trying to get them in when I can, because sometimes maybe I just can, or maybe I just don't want to. And now I'm on a wave of wanting to. So yeah, I'm in my rhythm.
Do that. We're gonna try it at least. There is
I'm
Bubsy.
a rhythm-based person.
I don't know if we're gonna do that or not. If
Big
we
ups, Vikes, for the dollar, dude.
Let's just test it for a stream and see if you guys like it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't know. 007 First Light, May 27th. Absolutely, I'm gonna check that out. It looks good. It looks very refreshing and interesting. And also, Lego Batman.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but that's a very DSP coded game. It's a game that kind of pretends that it has some depth and complexity to it because it's by the people that made the Hitman World of Assassinations. But also it looks like, I don't know, lame and generic and bland. Especially the performance looks very sus. I think that game's going to run pretty badly. It's going to rely on DLSS a lot. And the actual gameplay, like the shooting looks pretty bland and generic considering it's 2026. Like the physics look not very good. And the stealth stuff looks very basic stealth stuff.
On May 29th, that game looks really good. Like, I know it's a Lego game. It's going to have comedy and stuff, but it looks like it's literally the...
Hey, big ups Adderall dependent. I'm glad that you're enjoying these.
Series. As crazy as that sounds, it might be a really good game. So I want to play that one. Seventh Guest Remake is June 4th. I want to try it out and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it's fine, but I want to give it a go because that's like an old school throwback game from back in the day. And then after that, we really don't have anything until the end of June. So June could be a month where we can do a lot of fan request games, things off of Steam. Maybe we could do some retro stuff that people have wanted, and we could probably maybe do another React event. But the question is,
a React event.
We talk about
it's like a pay-per-view. It's like the WWE.
It could be something different.
The PLE, excuse me.
I don't know.
The React event only on ESPN Plus. Premium minus.
So there you go. All right. Thanks, Soul Made. And by the way, we do need to go through the game release schedule. Man,
why do we need to do that?
You realize that, right? I've been saying for a month we're going to go through it. We still didn't get to it. Maybe that should be like Friday's podcast.
This is, by the way, I forgot, and I just remembered. I forgot this is supposed to be a full-fledged podcast, right? It was supposed to have special segments and like a docket of topics. And the topics were Phil being happy, the trolls being stinky, the Steam controller being mid, and the game release schedules.
Is we go through the game release schedule to populate it so we have an idea of
to populate it. But you can just do that by yourself in your spare time and then come on stream and be like, you know what? I want to play this game and then play it.
In regards to gaming, because there may be a lot.
But no, it's a lot of the reason why the dents are as dented are because they're given the illusion of choice. They are given the illusion of participation. They are given the illusion of meaning. It's like fake meaningful, where this guy, he already decided to do an LTG thing, and he's going to do it regardless of what you think or what you want. He already decided to play certain games, and he already decided probably even to drop certain games, even though that's money dependent. But he's trying to make it seem like you're participating in that decision and it matters, so you show up on stream and you vote on the stupid poll or whatever.
A lot of stuff coming out. I'm just not aware because I haven't updated.
And this is not something that a normal streamer is going to do because they're just going to think, okay, what are people going to like? And they're going to do that. And you might still like it. You're probably even going to like it still because those people, they know their audience and they know what they like. But you're missing the illusion of feeling like you're participating in that.
The schedule in so long, you know?
All right. Nice, quiet segment.
All right, what else do you guys want to talk about? What's for dinner?
So what's for dinner? Something unique. Oh, let's see that.
Since we
Frozen
went to Costco
pizza?
a few weeks ago, we restocked the house.
Frozen
with
chicken?
Your foods.
Defrosted.
Costco, they have these chicken. They're not really tenders. They're like chicken chunks, okay? And they're not breaded or anything, but they are pre-roasted and they're seasoned like rotisserie chicken.
Oh my god. I thought you were mature adults, dude, that cook every day.
So we use these for various different things. We put them in pasta dishes and other things.
Pre-cooked chicken? Oh, that's nasty. You can just make it yourself. It takes like 20 minutes to marinate.
Things we want to do today, we just want to try to have like healthy chicken sandwiches. So we're going to have some of those. We're going to warm
Well, that's not healthy when it's like frozen pre-cooked. Oh, shut up.
them up and put them on like, bread with lettuce and tomato, maybe some avocado.
Let's try and find out what that is. I'm sure somebody will be better than me at this because you've actually been to Costco, but whatever.
Maybe some kind of
Costco
sandwiches of the healthy chicken and see if it's any good.
Pre-cooked
Other things and we liked it.
chicken.
So it stands to reason they would make good sandwiches too. And then we have a side of rice to have.
Oh yeah, I think I found it. That was the first result, by the way, so I didn't really found it. It's just they just kind of showed it to me. Fresh Additions fully cooked chicken breast bites, 10 count. So it's that thing. This thing right here. Yeah, that looks like the thing, and it's like pre-cooked thing. Yeah. Wow. Same day delivery too. And it's based in Seattle, I guess, and it's in stock. Hell yeah.
So that's what we're going to try to do for dinner today.
I mean, just like make it yourself, man. I don't know why you wouldn't make it yourself. Especially chicken, it's easy to make. And when you make it fresh, it's obviously much better than if you get it pre-cooked and frozen. Because it has to be frozen if it's already cooked.
It's frozen. Oh my God. Someone just said weeks old chicken. It's frozen.
Yeah, but they cooked it and then they froze it. And then you're going to defrost it and it's going to be all fucking mushy and shit. Just make it yourself. Might even be cheaper.
How much is my light bill? You mean my electricity bill? It's not that bad. I will say this.
It's pretty bad.
Growing up, I always heard every adult complain about the cost of electricity, the cost of fuel and water and stuff. I'll be honest, my utility bill ain't that bad. It never really has been. Maybe it's just that, I make a good living, but it's just not a big concern for me. My utilities are never really like even having the air conditioner on and stuff, it's never really that much.
Well, is it? Okay, wow.
Probably the most expensive months of the year for me are...
I mean, bro, you actually beg for a living.
Dead of summer, if I need to have all 3 air conditioners on almost all day for like 2-3 weeks straight in the dead of summer, that will be one time of the year that my electricity will spike. Vice versa, if we happen to have really cold weather and the heat has to be blasting nonstop for like 2-3 weeks, then it will spike. But that almost never happens because I live in a place that has a moderate climate. So yeah, I'll use the air conditioner, but I don't need it all the time. Yeah, we'll use the heat, but it's not blasting nonstop. So because of that, it's less. It's not as expensive. No, I pay for water and sewer. I have one bill just for electricity and gas because I have gas to heat the house and electricity for everything else. And then I have the other bill, which is water and sewer. Scotty Doo, you literally just missed a huge segment where we tested the Steam controller. I navigated all through Windows.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay, this is getting skipped. And we're going to talk about this.
How much for the Metal Gear Rising collector's item? This? What do you mean? How much did I pay for it? Oh, I don't remember. That came with the collector's edition of the game, 2012. I have no recollection what the game cost. You'd have to go check my unboxing. I'm sure I did a release day unboxing on it back in the day. And if you find that video, I'd probably tell you the cost of it. Wilhelm scream, supposedly. But...
Oh, yeah, so this.
Did I know the Steam controller makes a Wilhelm scream when you drop it? I've heard it.
Is he actually going to drop it? Don't do that.
Like if I take this controller...
No, he's not going to do it.
Lifted it up like this, and I dropped it. If it falls...
This is like, remember when there was this meme online that your iPhone is going to charge if you put it in the microwave? And people were actually putting their iPhones in the microwave? Yeah, that was a thing.
About 2 to...
I miss the old internet.
3 feet, it makes a Wilhelm scream, supposedly. But I don't want to drop it anywhere and damage it. Like, maybe I would do it on my bed in the bedroom, but I'm not going to do it here. So I'm not going to test that. What if I hold it and do it? Nope.
A fake drop.
I guess it has to fall a certain level for a certain distance, but I don't want to damage the controller. So. Oh, wait, it's off. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yeah, try doing that.
Nope. It must have to detect like a certain velocity and a certain distance.
This was so dumb.
Come on, do it, you stupid controller. It doesn't do it like that. I guess you legit have to drop it. Okay. Oh, it needs to be in big picture mode? Okay, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do it again. Okay, did we set it all up? What a great podcast. This is a formal podcast, by the way. This is not the attendance building show.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, let's try again.
Nope, nothing. Nothing.
Dude, how is this guy not a dunce?
It detects that you're holding it. Because didn't they say that...
Yeah, have you tried holding it wirelessly?
So maybe you legit have to just release it from a height and drop it, and then it knows. But I'm not going to do that here. I don't have anything on the floor. I have carpet, but I don't want to break, hit the floor and damage, so... Yeah. So, it has to make impact? Oh my god.
Yeah, hit your
Right, hold on.
head with it. Bash your head against the Steam controller.
Didn't do it there either. And I did it. I actually slapped it against my hand and it still didn't do it. So.
This actually was very dumb.
And I did it. I actually slapped it against my
Hold on.
No. Didn't do it there either. And I did it. I actually slapped it against my hand and it still didn't do it. So. Exactly. I don't want to destroy the controller. That'd be pretty bad. No, we're not doing it now. Like I said, we got to finish the quartering tomorrow night. And then after that, we'll play it by ear. Next week, I would like to focus on games after having a whole week of reacts. I would like to focus on games tomorrow night. We could do it like a once a month deal, dependent on scheduling. We could maybe try to do one once a month. Charlie TV with a $20 super chat says, "Smash the controller!" Laughing out loud. I mean, I could, but then I wouldn't have a Steam controller. Like, I really don't care if I were to smash it. I don't give a shit. It's not a big deal. I have other controllers, but it would be pretty dumb to have bought it so that I can test it and review it for you guys.
That would be the funniest thing ever. For him to break the controller just because there's a chance it's going to make a funny noise. Like, that's such a DSP thing to do.
And use it.
I would have loved this.
For no reason.
But of course, even DSP is too smart for this.
Like, remember when people used to wait outside, like, when they were releasing a new iPhone or a new console, and they would get it, and they would just smash it on, like, on the sidewalk outside the store? Like, and people would look at them like, are you retarded or something? Like, why did you do that? Like, there's no point to doing that. And like, oh, I'm making a video. Oh, I'm going viral. Do I use Davidoff Cool Water? And where do I buy the cologne? Yes, I have Cool Water. I wear it. And I got it off Amazon. The Blimp, how you doing? He says, I'm looking forward to Dusk Bloods. Outside of that, any plans for another FromSoft title this year? We talked about this. That we could possibly go back and, like, replay Dark Souls 2 with mods. But I don't really know how to do it. And the reason I say that is when we tried to do mods previously. Remember, we tried to do mods on Dark Souls 1, and that had difficulties. We tried to do mods on GTA 4, and that had a ton of difficulties. So I don't know if I would be able to get Dark Souls 2 to work with mods, I would replay Dark Souls 2, no problem. If you guys just wanted me to replay Dark Souls 2, but the mods are not a guaranteed thing. The mods might not work, or they might be too difficult to set up and too much of a hassle. You do have to understand that I'm not a techie guy who's going to sit here and mess with it for hours to tweak it and get it working.
For hours?
That's just not me.
For hours. Come on. Everything that takes more than 2 steps is something that would take hours to do. Maybe even multiple days. at some point.
Where do I get my Hawaiian shirts? Well, they're not really Hawaiian shirts. I'd argue they are short sleeve button tropical shirts, or, you know, kind of like summer shirts. I get them at various places. I've gotten them at more discounted stores like Marshall's.
Oh, poor people, poor person alert, poor alert, broke ass alert. Discounted store shirts? No, that you might as well be going to Walmart, Phil. I thought you were affluent. Affluent man buying at discount stores like Marshall's?
You go in there and you can get clothes that are put on discount because they didn't sell at the full price department store or whatever.
Why not?
I had that. I've had...
You buying clothes that other people don't want to buy?
Full price store like Kohl's or places like that. I've gone to department stores and bought them as well.
He can't tell you where he buys them because you're going to swat the store. You're going to DDoS the store. You're going to call the store and be like, Dark Side Phil shops there. You're stupid.
Places. This particular...
Get out of my store.
I bought full price at a department store. I think this is Izod. No, this might be Eddie Bauer. No, this could be Izod. It's either Izod or Eddie Bauer. It's one of those two. Play Demon Souls. I should play Demon Souls again, and I should actually dupe this time. Just to piss people off.
But you pissed them enough with the... Really. Yeah.
I'm well aware of
first time.
I pretty much have never really stepped foot into one. I'm aware of their presence, but I never really gone in one. The closest I would say, there's a place near me. It's called Plato's Closet. That place is considered a thrift store, but it's like a step up, meaning people will bring in
a step up from a
and it's usually
thrift store,
brand new or like new, that's almost never been used. And then they basically clean up the clothes to make sure they're not dirty or.
But that's what they do normally, don't they?
I have bought some clothes from Plato's Closet over the years, but it's not a regular thing that I do.
It's not a regular. Don't think he's broke. Don't think he's a lower class person because he buys from cheap stores.
Most of the clothes that I buy are completely new condition.
Okay, yeah, we need to know that because you are not poor. Affluent man. Affluent alert.
You know, thrift or thrifting or thrift stores isn't considered like a negative association at all, but grift is. And the words being so close to each other, in my mind, I always have like a negative association with the word, even though it's not. Like, there's nothing wrong with thrifting.
Well, I mean, for you, it's wrong because you don't like poor people. That's why you don't like Walmart, remember? Because it's for the dregs of society.
For those who don't know, a thrift store basically is a store that takes in belongings from other people who just want to sell them, and then they clean them up and then resell them. Right? So you could have used toys, used clothes, used housewares. I've seen, appliances in there. All kinds of stuff go to a thrift store and to be resold. And sometimes you could have antiques and things or, heirlooms that people no longer need and they sell, and then someone else can end up having them and bringing them into their homes, which is cool that they're not just lost to time. But I don't know why thrift and grift sound so similar. Why'd they make those two words so similar? The grift store.
Very funny.
Have I ever been into a bar fight? Oh, at least 3 times a week. I go to the local bar. I don't even drink at the bar. What I say, I walk in and I just see someone who's just like minding their own business, and I point and I go, "You," and I just clock them straight in the face, and then they big scuffle, and I get thrown out again. At least 3 times a week.
Baller alert.
Is that what the Macklemore song is about?
Yeah, it's about the grift store where you buy a bunch of Hawaiian shirts so you can beg online. I want to beg some dance. Only got contributions in my pocket.
That's right, that emo. You. Cold cock, complete sucker punch. Boom.
Boom. He's so funny.
It's the best way to do it.
Big ups Cabron James for the super chat, dude. Macklemore, man. I haven't thought about Macklemore in actual years.
Have I ever?
It's been a while since I thought about Macklemore. What is Macklemore even up to? Does he still exist? Macklemore 2026. Oh, he's on some European festival dates with Ed Sheeran, another guy I haven't heard of in a while.
Admittedly, that's funny. Okay.
Oh yeah, actually, he still exists and performs music. Listen to this.
Phil goes into a biker bar completely naked. Then he demands clothing and bikes from a biker.
No, he goes to the gay bar completely naked.
That sounds familiar somehow. Zorinder did a $5 super chat and says a $200 tip for reacting content. You basically say, no, I won't do it.
But he said he was going to do it, bro.
But you want support and encourage people to support what they like. What are you talking about?
He literally said he was going to do it. What are you, fucking dead?
When did I say I won't do it? When did that happen? I literally said, okay, let's finish the current React project we're doing Thursday. Let's talk about what the next one could be.
And now you made him repeat himself.
What I said was I don't want to do it immediately because then that's too much of the same. You understand that things are special because you don't do them all the time the same way, right? If we do a React every once in a while and we plan it out together, we collectively agree on what it'll be, and we build it up and we hype it up, it'll work. If we're just doing them willy-nilly just for the sake of doing them, they're not going to work. I know, because I did that. I had a React show that I started, what was it, 2023?
No. This was such a bad message that it got him giving us context about the stupid fucking React show.
Yeah, it was 2023, correct? Yes. And
no,
every Sunday. It was my daytime show on Sunday. And it was fun because people would nominate clips and things, and I was exposed to a whole bunch of content on the internet that I'd never seen before.
Baller alert.
I would
Our
argue the
familiar
first
LMFO sexy, and I know it. This
I mean, yeah.
Phil thinks of himself now that he is working out.
Yeah, yeah, he probably works out to that song and looks at the music video. Like, that's what he inspires to look like. Oh, man, that was a fucking song.
The show was really well done.
That was a massive song, and Macklemore was massive. We had a wave of, like, millennial pop that was truly massive. And now it doesn't even seem like anybody is massive. I don't know, they just kind of exist. You got, like, Sabrina Carpenter and some other blonde chick.
It was interesting.
I don't know.
It was people showing up.
Music fell off, dude. Music doesn't exist anymore.
You could then
music back in the day? Oh, man. But now, like, music is fucking stupid.
Just
big ups to Ryan for the 5, dude.
A bigger contribution. You were guaranteed to get it reacted to on the show. So people would pay to see me react to the specific things, and it worked. And then essentially after that, maybe 6 months, a lot of people said, all right, we've seen the things we wanted to see him react to. Now it's not special anymore. And so they didn't continue to become members. They didn't continue to support. And then the same people every week would suggest videos, and the videos ended up being very samey. Whether it was a video about Singapore or a video about this particular YouTuber or this kind of skit that we'd seen a million times. So the show got played out and boring. And that's the problem. If you do something too often, it becomes boring. It's even happened with gameplay, right? Take a look at Minecraft. First, it starts off fresh. After you do it for 2 months, boring, right? Take a look at what happened with RimWorld. For 2-3 months, very fresh and interesting. After a while, all right, this run has gone on so long, it's boring now. We want to hit the reset button and see you do something different. Did that for a few weeks and like, all right, let's give it a break. But we're going to go back to it and it'll probably feel fresh again. See? As they say, variety is the spice of life, okay? And even though there's someone who just gave a $200 tip, which I'm very appreciative for, really I am, thank you so much for that. I think they understand that.
Oh, he forgot to be appreciative.
And do it right, than to say, oh, let's just keep rush willy-nilly into another react that no one's asking for, and then my attendance is low, the engagement is low, the support is low, and everyone says, why are you wasting your time? Okay, so we'll work on it. We will. Like I said, let's go ahead and let's finish up tomorrow night with the quartering react, and then we'll figure out what the next one is. It's probably the smart way to do it. Why don't I host an online Street Fighter tournament with other streamers I've had interactions with and stream it at some point?
It's not a terrible idea. I thought he was going to say because trolls are going to harass them.
Who would it be? Who would I involve in that?
I don't know. Boogie, Wings, Keemstar. There's like a million people doing LOLCow Live adjacent shows. Just get all of them.
I don't really...
Justin Wong maybe want to do it.
And the people that do are like old...
you should get Arturo. NYC Furby. Go get that guy. He's really good and well-adjusted.
Cool people from back in the day who I wouldn't want to play in my tournament. There's no point, right? $200 isn't enough for me to want me to do it sooner. You have to understand something. I just
Oh, we're back on this.
People, right?
This stupid mentality.
You ready? I don't stream solely for money.
Whoa, no way. That's actually not even true. Well, semantically, it is true. It's not solely for money.
Making content for an audience to watch the content, enjoy the content, and then reciprocate by supporting the content. This isn't just for me. Do you understand that? I think a lot of people don't understand that. So they're, I don't understand. You've received money, so why aren't you doing the thing? Because
these dudes are actual retards, though. Actually sending him money to cry about stuff and say dumb shit.
I'm not streaming for one person. This is not, oh, someone bought a stream. This is...
But I mean, one person determines if a stream is successful or not. So technically, yeah, you do buy a stream.
We talk about content. We agree to what it'll be. Then I do the content. People...
And we talking about stuff, like I told you, it's not a real thing.
Enjoy it, and then they reciprocate with support, right? It's not, oh, someone bought the content. I did used to do that. It was called the private reacts that I used to do. For $50, someone could buy a 30-minute private...
Oh, yeah, the OnlyFans videos.
I used to do it. You want to know why I stopped doing it? Because it didn't make sense. My time was more valuable to be on stream making content for public consumption than for just making private curated videos.
Public consumption.
The payoff wasn't good enough. If I could stream for a public audience and entertain them, and I can have a body of work that people can watch over time, and it can earn me views and attention and engagement and support, I can get ad revenue, but I can also get active stream contributions, but I can also earn via other methods.
So, I mean, money. Like, yeah. It all goes back to money, though.
That's more valuable than say, oh, I'm in a private...
And of course, he can say, I don't solely stream for money because, of course, objectively speaking, no one solely streams for money because you need to have people actually watching the videos to give you money. It's not like you got fucking bots watching you and money gets generated.
Private video for someone that they watched once and paid for. Okay? I'm streaming for the public. So even though, yes, someone just decided and said, hey, I'll give $200 to Phil. Hopefully this encourages him to react again. Thank you for that. I am going to react again. Totally, I will. We'll do another one. But we're not going to do it immediately. I don't even know what I want to do. I don't want to jump the gun and say, let's just rush into this project, and then we do it, and everyone's like...
Bro, come on. You know what you want to do.
You're wasting your time.
You know what you want to do. You don't want to milk it that fast. Because, okay, he's going to do the quartering thing, because that's the thing he's doing. And then he's going to do the LTG thing. And then we got no more options. So what he's going to do now is the quartering thing is going to do well. So then he's going to go back to playing video games. And when he has like 4 slow streams in a row, because I think 4 slow streams is the borderline for crashing out. And then he's going to have 4 streams and be like, you know what? Fuck low to your god. I'm going to react to his video. And that's what he's going to do.
Wank it for you. What a name. The $2 super chat says basically you want support, but not really $200. Huh?
Yeah, this is retarded. Like, what do you mean? And like sending something this retarded to DSP, you're letting him do exactly what he's gonna do. And be like, huh? What do you even mean? Wow, you're stupid. Thanks for the money though. And you just got flexed on. And you got mogged. By the guy you were trying to troll. Because you're too retarded to even troll a guy.
I'll worry about the support of my streams, and you could do your thing with your life, and you can mind your own business, because it's obvious you don't know what you're talking about, but thanks for $2.
Yeah, exactly this. Exactly what just happened. You get flexed on and get told to go fuck yourself, but thanks for the money. Bleh. Should have given you a goat laugh, too.
Okay. All right, last couple of minutes here of the stream, or I should say of the podcast. What would you guys like to talk about for the final topics? Because we're going down to the nitty-gritty here. Okay? Why don't I use number and keywords in the description? It would help push you into the algorithm. No, it wouldn't.
What?
All that is gone now.
That's not necessarily true. The SEO still exists, and you can optimize your video to be more likely to be, I don't know, it's more likely to be considered decent quality from YouTube. Like the algorithm is not a queue, is not a line of people as DSP sees it.
Are you aware of that? Basically, the algorithm only pulls from your title now. Remember when they used to have tags? They still do. They don't do anything. YouTube basically stopped using tags, keywords, and shit like that a long time ago. All they do is they look at your title. Okay? So right now, if someone were to search on YouTube, they would see the title of this stream, Level 1 Podcast, and then Pokemon Fire Red, and they would use that to find it. Now, particularly, we just did the whole Steam controller testing and all of that, right? So later today, when I upload the podcast as an on-demand video, I'm going to title it, the Level 1 Podcast, Steam controller, testing in Windows, Steam, Game Pass, and more. Like, I'll probably test it like that, or name it like that. And that's what will hit the algorithm, and that's what people will search and find for. You don't need keywords or tags anymore. YouTube basically did away with those ages ago. At one point, they were incredibly useful and important. They're not.
Yeah, but then people like you can just bullshit, and you can write anything you want. And then the trolls would do that to you, and you would still cry about it, because that's exactly what they would do. Because if the tags and the keywords were still relevant, that's exactly what would happen. The Snort Burnell video, the tags of the video would be DSP Gaming, DSP Space Gaming, DSP Gaming Fails, DSP Tries It, Dark Side Phil, Phil Burnell, Burnell Incorporated, Burnell Enterprises, Catherine Burnell, Fat Cat Burnell, Shadow Realm, Jasper Burnell, and they would just mog him.
Not anymore.
And that's what people used to do back in the days anyways. You would just have a whatever video, whatever football video that you would just call whatever was trending at the time. You would put those in the title, in the tags.
Like, at all. I'm not even kidding. It doesn't, it has no effect on it. You could tag it up as much as you want. It won't help it in the algorithm. They basically turned off that feature like years ago.
By the way, let's get a quick update on his edited videos. Not doing very well, by the way. Mixtape, 3.2 thousand views. I thought I was way more ambitious than the results here. I thought this was going to get at least 5 to 10,000, maybe even more. This one from 10 days ago, 3.5. The Jerkening video got 12 days ago, 6.2. Crimson Desert video is stuck on 13K. Not good, man, not good. Another failed experiment. At least you can stop paying for the edits now.
They did? They didn't tell anyone. So everyone continued to try to use tags and everything. And then they found out it didn't matter. As long as you titled your video appropriately, you were good.
What does it mean appropriately? I don't know.
Okay.
I think most of all, the thumbnail matters. The thumbnail is something that's supposed to, because people scroll on YouTube on their phones most of the time, or at least a lot. And when you scroll on your phone, you can even try doing it right now. On your screen, you're going to see 2 to 3 videos at most. And while you're scrolling, one of those videos is going to catch your eye. And you're going to be like, oh, that looks interesting. And that's important for you to go, oh, that looks interesting. And from that point on, you can decide to watch it, add it in your playlist for watch later or something else. It does matter. It got your attention.
Are we getting Mewtwo today? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh, you should get Blue Chew.
Pokemon. I've never played it before. Like I said, this is my first time playing Fire Red, so I don't know.
Oh, he's playing random Pokemon games again? I don't know. I'm so lost with the Pokemon shit. And now we got a big segment about his history of Pokemon that I'm going to skip.
Now there's a bunch of Pokemon games available to play. Like there's that Coliseum that we tried. We did play the Coliseum. Go on my break. Once I come back from this break, we'll have
a yeah, that's kind of it.
Pokemon Fire Red. Okay, so let's get set up.
And this is now...
This is correct. Wait a minute. No, guys, I'm serious. This is bullshit. Do you see what it's doing?
Highlight segments. Yeah. So, let's see maybe the late stream. Let's check out the late stream. What's up on the late stream? By the way, they recently made this. I saw on Twitter. There's a Raw Jeremy. The Quartering Raw Fill Edition. But I don't know. I think Jeremy is going to nuke that out of existence very quickly. I think he's not going to let that slide, man. The raw Jeremy, they're going to give it to him raw too much. And he can't handle it. Because, like, DSP, he is used to handling A-logging. As crazy and insane as that might sound, he is used to handling people shitting on him. Or at least he's used to that happening to him. And Jeremy, everybody used to love him. Or at least more people loved him than hated him. And now the tables have turned, and he doesn't know what he's going to do. And if you thought he was anxious and pooping his diaper before, he's going to be pooping his diaper extra hard now. So let's see it here. Oh, a lot of attendance building. A lot of attendance building.
We are capturing a ton. We got like 5, 6, 7 new Pokemon today. Like a ton of new Pokemon. Named them all. Really good stuff. Having a great chill time with the Pokemon.
Awesome chill time. Good thing I skipped it. That was too chill for me.
If you haven't seen it yet, it's good stuff. If you like Pokemon, you're going to enjoy that content. Give it a look. And the stream was incredibly well supported. So I'm very happy for that, obviously.
Oh, Jasper Kitty vet segment.
Chronic urinary tract issues. It is Hill's Science Diet, and he eats the special blend that is designed for cats who have hairball control and urinary tract issues, because for a while there, he was having on and off chronic urinary tract issues.
Oh, they're gonna kill that cat.
You can tell because your cat won't pee in the litter box, or will pee way too much, and then it kind of over pees and hurts itself, and then it like starts peeing all over the house. And this happened on and off for like 2-3 years. And finally, we took him to the vet, a good vet, because we took him to one vet who completely ignored the problem and wouldn't help us. A complete waste of time and money. And we never went to that vet ever again. We finally went to a much better vet. And this vet was like, okay, very simple. It's a recurring problem with your cat. It's never going to go away unless you do something. So change the diet. Like, there is actual foods that will be more adjusted to this. So we bought the Hill Science Diet. It's been 2.5 years. He hasn't had any problems with his urinary tract. Amazing. Just a simple diet change fixed the entire problem. So that's what he eats. And he has hairballs, just like every cat. It has been reduced since he eats this food. He still gets hairballs, though. I don't think it's really completely avoidable with any cat. But it has been cut down as well. So this food, I recommend it. It's pretty good.
Damn, what a great dad. Father of the Year, Phil Burnell.
The Switch 2 next month.
I wonder if Phil has hairballs.
Now that you've said that, okay, because it came out, what was it, first week of June last year, was it? I'm trying to remember exactly when it came out. What was the
Okay, this getting skipped.
First support of the night has rolled in, a $2 tip. Did you play the hidden gem Before Your Eyes? The game tracks blinking. With every blink, the environment changes. One of the only games that made me cry like a baby. No, never heard of it.
Oh no, that means Phil's gonna cry like 5 babies.
And if we can maybe get one.
Okay, let me just skim through this. So here we got a schedule segment, bullshit, Diablo 4. I played No Man's Sky. This is actually like the pinnacle of Q&A, where you just ask him something about a game and he talks about 5 different games. And he's still under 100. Oh no, he's now over 100 viewers.
Attendance for about another 5 to 10 minutes. I would hope we just hit 100 viewers. I hope we get more than that on YouTube.
Oh man, the night streams are getting concerning, and you can tell he's concerned too. Look at the face he made.
About another 5 to 10 minutes. I would hope we just
the bug eyes. Bug eyes are top of the moon, man.
For about another 5 to 10 minutes, I would
look at this. He's glancing. He's looking directly at the chat. Laser focus, hyper fixated.
I would hope we just hit 100 viewers. I hope we get more than that on YouTube. For the finale of Mouse PI for Hire. But then again,
oh, that's gonna be interesting here.
One fan did a $2 super chat. That's our first super chat of the night. And asked, when they stole your shopping cart, did you restart shopping? I mean, I had to. They took all my stuff. Like, they literally took my cart was absolutely full with all of my groceries except for one item. So I left the cart, walked maybe 3 aisles away, grabbed the item, turned around, came back, and the cart was gone. And I scoured the store, and it was gone, which means they just grabbed it and walked right out the door with it without even paying. Of course I had to start over. What was I going to do? Go home with no groceries for the week because I was upset? Shucks, they got me. Well, I give up. No eating this week. No, I just went back and shopped the store again. What was I going to do, right? It sucked, but that's life, I guess.
They stole his shopping bags. It's so mysterious, too. I actually wonder what happened in reality. Because what he claims is that somebody just took the cart and just left the store, and they actually stole everything. I think that's what he tried to say. But I don't know. I don't actually know what happened. It's probably not like he tries to tell the story. It's probably something different that happened, but I don't know.
So thank you for $2, our first super chat of the night. VR Rising, what is that? Or V Rising. All right, everyone needs to save their game suggestions till Sunday night.
Oh yeah, come over on like 5 days from now to tell me what game you want me to play. The gameplay streamer. The gameplay streamer who does Q&A. And one of the most common questions you can ask a guy like that is, are you going to play this game? And you ask him a question like that and he tells you, come back in 5 days.
Stream we'll jump into Steam. You guys suggest games. We'll look at the games.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for 3 more days.
I'm going to do it I'm going to do it Sunday and Monday night. So we are going to add things to the list, and guaranteed within those 2 nights we're trying some games. Okay? Save all your suggestions for then. Stepdad, how are you? Good evening. Good to see you. How long ago was the shopping cart thing? Like almost 2 years now, I think? I want to say it's been almost 2 years now, if I remember correctly. The kick stream. Oh, man. All right, let me update it. You guys should have said something. Why are you guys waiting for Stepdad to say something? You all been sitting there for half an hour and no one said anything? Come on.
What?
Right, you guys should have said something. Why are you guys waiting for Stepdad to say something? You all been sitting there for half an hour and no one said anything?
Oh, he's mad at people they didn't tell him to change the name of his fucking stream? And then code 220, this guy's about to get banned. He says, why would someone steal unpaid groceries? If they were gonna steal, they would just pick out what they want. Makes sense.
Okay.
Does it not make sense?
Code 2... Oh, this is the idiot.
And it's code 220, so he almost said it.
Ban this moron.
Ban this moron.
DSP #1 family.
Oh, that was really cool. When he banned him and it made the cash register sound. That's really cool.
Another $2 tip. Has Seattle gotten better since the robbery? No.
No. It's like Gotham City.
Has it gotten any better? It's gotten worse.
Yep. We need Batman to fix it. He needs to become a superhero. Gout Man.
All the people complain about it, but I hate to say it, if you don't do something about it, it won't change.
What the fuck are you doing, motherfucker? Did you even vote?
And out here, everyone is of this very left-leaning, very ultra-liberal mindset. So they keep voting in people with a very leftist, ultra-liberal mentality.
The ultra-liberals.
And what is that? That's lenient on crime, lenient on, enforcing any kind
of... Turbo-liberals. The libtards. They voted in the libtard party. They're all bread tubers that make essays about the secret sexism in Super Mario.
Oh, don't put people in jail. Instead, put them in rehabilitation.
Instead, set them free. Give them a gun.
Nice to them. What? Last time
free fentanyl for everybody.
Was willingly decided to go out of their way to break the law doesn't really work. But that's maybe my personal experience. Maybe they think just being nice to everyone around.
Well, DSP broke the law by committing bankruptcy fraud and tax fraud, and they just gave him a free bankruptcy.
You, no matter what they do to you, somehow.
Wasn't that liberal? That's a pretty liberal thing to do. Didn't even face any repercussions.
Will improve society.
They liberated him.
But that, I don't know. That's what they think here. So nothing improves. Like literally nothing improves. It just gets worse.
But what did DSP do to improve anything? What did he actually do? How does he even participate in his local community to make it better? He pays his bills.
Now it's to the point where I'm not kidding. If you go into a certain kind of store around here,
the liberal store,
if you go to
they sell the hair dye in there. They sell nose piercings and matcha mate. Mate? Latte.
Just a
mate.
People regularly walk in with a bag, fill it up, walk right back out the front door.
Holy shit, it's a free store. It's the liberal store. You just get free shit. Holy shit, I need to go live there.
No one bats an eye. No one tries to stop them.
Based?
There's nothing that can be done. If you call the police, they don't show up. I'm not kidding. They don't even show up. Unless there's a violent crime taking place, no one even bothers.
Violent robbery.
They just don't give
They rob you, but they also kill you.
a shit. That's how bad it's gotten in this area of the country.
Sure. That's awesome. Good thing you live there. But good thing you're in a gated community. Nothing can happen like that. No one can walk out the gated community. They need to like clock out at the gate.
What would I do to fix the crime? So I would do exactly the opposite of what they've done. Immediately, I would increase the police budgets, start mass hiring police officers, empower them to use the law instead.
Empower them, give them bigger guns, give everybody a sniper rifle and the Requiem from Resident Evil 9.
Instead of punishing them for
and tell them to shoot on sight. Shoot at this guy you don't like.
Doing their jobs, tell them you'll be rewarded for actually doing the right thing and putting these criminals in jail. And then all of a sudden, stores will be like, oh, if we call the police, they'll show up and arrest people. And then they'll start doing it. But that was the problem. This all started around 2020. COVID hit, and then the Black Lives Matter movement happened. And in these liberal parts of the country, including Seattle, where I live, all the people rallied and said, we want less police. We want less.
I have no idea if that's how things work because I'm not American. And all I see about America is what I see online. So obviously is very biased and is very skewed and it's not realistic at all. But this looks like a really good segment. I think the Americans, when they wake up in about an hour, they're going to love this.
Enforcement. We want less. And now everything is falling apart. They actually said Seattle, the city of Seattle, has the lowest percent of occupied real estate for major stores and companies and retail outlets than any other major city in the United States. Meaning Seattle is hugely empty. The companies that were there trying to sell
free real estate
so much, they said forget it and they shut down and left. Even major retailers like Target and Walmart have shut down locations in downtown Seattle. Starbucks left. They said, forget it.
Holy shit. Imagine if Starbucks leaves.
They actually moved the giant thing that they had there. They moved.
Who are they going to sell coffees to? That seems like the best place to sell coffee, like Starbucks coffee, is the ultra mega liberal Seattle.
They won't be here anymore.
You just see a pink hair person on the street and you're like, come over. It's fucking Starbucks. They just get attracted naturally, like zombies when they smell blood.
So it's just, it just gets worse and worse. And again, the people out here complain about it and say, man, we don't like it. But then they vote the same kind of people into the positions of power so they get the same kind of results. If they had a
Phil should, dude, he should be the kingpin from Daredevil when he just becomes the mayor and he has his own police force.
They would say, oh, we tried this tons of times. It's not working.
They should vote Burnell 2028.
Let's try something different. But you can't really help stupid, I guess. I don't know what else to say.
He's gonna turn it into like a feudal dynasty.
I think that might be in the cards for me soon. DSP,
the royal family.
I don't even know when the governorship is up for, but let me put it this way: I don't think I could do worse. I really, if I just sat around doing nothing all day with my thumbs up my ass, I think it might actually have more positive impact than what the people do out here who actually are in charge. So, you know, let's see here.
I mean, then if you got your thumb up your ass all the time, wouldn't you also be ultra liberal? I've heard the ultra liberal people like fingering their asses a lot. So you would just become what you hate.
Someone tipped $1.50, says, you didn't pay for your groceries yet, so how were you robbed? They stole all of my bags, my grocery bags, which were pretty high-end, expensive bags. I bought them off of Amazon. Some of them
I want to look that up. I want to look up high-end, expensive grocery bags.
Padding for refrigeration. And others were just really heavy-duty bags. No lie, like probably those bags were like 40, 50 bucks value.
Whoa, there is a website called grocerybags.co that actually has high-end grocery bags. Look at this, like I'm scrolling through a Gucci store. What is that? Generational wealth grocery bag. This is it. This is it. This is what he had. He was walking around with like 4 of these. Generational Wealth grocery bag is in collaboration with Deer Floor, a Pinoy flavored cannabis gummies company based in New York that aims to break stereotypes and preserve heritage. That's what I want. The Pinoy flavored cannabis gummy sponsored generational wealth grocery bag. And what do we have here? I don't know. Ask the pool boy. Holy shit. We even got a model for this one. And she's reasonably attractive. Look at this. Wow. So this here says, the I don't know, ask the pool boy is an expensive bag for your expensive groceries. This costs $55, by the way. And the generational wealth one, also $55. Here we have the mystery box. What is this? Oh, he's gonna love that one. Grocery bags bundle special containing 5 archival grocery bags ranging from our debut collection Nostalgia to our iconic and popular expensive grocery bags. Each box comes with a different surprise. Not all boxes will include every collection, but will guarantee at least 2 bags from expensive grocery bags collection and Green Hills collection. That's it. Oh, and there's an actual Gucci one. Look at this. The Gucci. That's the, or the Gucci. Yeah, the Gucci monogram grocery bag is designed with a classic monogram style print and signature green-red stripe down the center. This is elite. What else do we have here? And also, yeah, designer. So this is, oh, this is kind of the same shit. They just ripped off the other brand.
Time that I go shopping, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 padded bags, each of which are worth like between probably like around $5 each. And then I had a whole bunch of the generic bags, which is probably around 20. Yeah, so it's like $50 of bags that were in the cart. And
$50 of bags.
So they took all my bags.
Got the bag, got the bag, got the bag.
So I got robbed for about $50, and the grocery store probably got robbed for about $200 of groceries that I had in the cart.
F in chat for the grocery bags.
Yes, they were Gucci brand grocery bags. That's correct.
Oh, there were.
That's what they call them. Gucci grocery.
Gucci groceries.
Very nice.
The Gucci.
Years ago, Sky Jogger. Just people asked me about it tonight, so I'm just, retelling the story. Free JT, as much as I would like to agree with you, because I don't think that poverty should be a thing in the United States, such an affluent country. We have so many people who are living in poverty. I don't think that's really the problem for the most part in Washington State. And the reason I say that is because multiple times in the last...
Wait, what did the PJT guy said, though? We need some context. And where did he say it? I don't even know. I don't know. Who's he even talking to? Well, whatever.
Free JT, as much as I would like to agree with you...
Free JT. I thought PJT. That's what the... Free J... Is that... Oh, you have to solve poverty to help fight crime? The system has to be fixed.
Because I don't think that poverty should be a thing in the United States, such an affluent country. We have so many people who are living in poverty. I don't think that's really the problem for the most part in Washington State. And the reason I say that is because multiple times in the last 5 years, they have shut down major crime rings. These are not normal people who are destitute and decide, hey, I need to start robbing stores because it's like some, Robin Hood mentality, rob from the rich, give to the poor. I need to steal to get by. Oh, no. These are actual organized crime rings where criminals go and steal every day, jump on a bus, go to this place where they drop off the product, and that product then gets resold for cheap, and there's a whole market for it. They've knocked over probably 5 to 10 of these different houses in the last 5 years where it's organized crime ring. People are, dozens and dozens of these criminals are going store to store every day doing this, and no one stops them. It's actually organized crime. It's not, oh, I lost my job, and now I need to get by, so I'm robbing the local Target. That's not the case.
I wonder how much they sold the shopping bags for.
Political stream tonight. This is Mouse PI for hire. Okay.
If only they knew those were dark side fill bags, they would probably go for thousands of dollars on eBay.
Baller alert.
He's bag maxxing.
He's bag maxing. What a bag maxer. He used to be bag maxing, but then he got the bag and now he's bag maxing. With the Gucci grocery bag from Generational Wealth Grocery Bag Collection. I wonder if somebody actually buys these.
Let's go.
Because it's like, well, it's okay. They have an Instagram, but I'm not logged into Instagram here, so probably not going to be able to see.
Excuse me.
And they have 28,000 followers. Yeah, I can't see that.
Okay.
Looks like a very successful enterprise. So I think that's going to be it for today. I think he hit the goal on the late stream. Everything was amazing and beautiful. Perhaps. Yeah, I think so. You could see here. Anonymous $100 bomb. And a total of 149. Oh, if it wasn't for that anonymous, man, this stream would have been a pity party. It would have been terrible. Even though he got like a 200 bomb the first stream. So anyways, I guess that is it. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you probably next week or Sunday for that being said. But until then, I'm going to be gone. Hope you have a great time doing whatever the fuck. And see you around.
I said gout.